2021 Senior Recognition Night. We would like to start out with a recognition of our Red Raider varsity football players. Up first, we have Mr. Zepiante Baker, escorted by Abe Richardson and Barbara Richardson. He's participated in varsity football and track at Bacon County High School, and after graduation plans to attend college, where he hopes to play football. Mr. Zepiante Baker. Next, we'll have Mr. Tyron Dean, escorted by Stephon Dean and Victory Owens. He's played football, baseball, and basketball at Bacon County High School. He's a member of the Beta Club. Tyron was recognized in the Region 2AA second-team wide receiver in 2020. He plans to attend college and obtain a degree in kinesiology. He wants to be an athletic trainer or a coach. Mr. Tyron Dean.
There's a gentleman there, he might know.
Mr. Caleb Griffin, escorted by Daniel Griffin and Kylie Griffin. He's played football and soccer for 2 years at Bacon County High School. He's an active member of FFA and the Beta Club. He's been recognized as a member of the All-Academic team. He plans to attend Texas A&M to obtain a degree in veterinary medicine, where he wants to one day own his own veterinary practice. Mr. Caleb Griffin.
It's been an issue before, like you have to fix yourself at some point. It always starts at 25. But
Jamel Hart, escorted by Tiffany Bain, has participated in football for 3 years and track for 2 years at Bacon County High School. Jamel plans to attend college and hopes to earn his bachelor's degree in logistics and one day work for Amazon. His future plans are to revolutionize the shipping industry. Mr. Jamel Hart. Mr. Abraham Macy, escorted by Jose Luis Mesa and Rubicella Mesa. He has played football and soccer for Bacon County High School. He plans to join the United States Air Force after he graduates. Mr. Abraham Macy. Up next, we got Mr. Keandre Young, escorted by Wendy Rogers. He's participated in football and track at Bacon County High School and also been an active member of the Bacon County 4-H Club. Keandre plans to attend a 4-year college and earn a degree in sports medicine while playing football. He wants to become a coach or an athletic trainer. Mr. Keandre Young. Now let's give a big Red Raider football round of applause for our seniors for our Red Raider football program. Next, we'll recognize our senior football cheerleaders. Miss Macy Evans, escorted by Brandy and Michael Higgins, has participated in varsity cheerleading while attending Bacon County High School. She plans to attend South Georgia College to major in cybersecurity. She wants to pursue a career as an IT security consultant. Miss Macy Evans. Miss Noe Fennell, escorted by Kenyon Fennell, is also the daughter of the late Kimberly Fennell. She has participated in football, cheer, and soccer at Bacon County High School. She's a member of the HOSA Club and plans to attend Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College to obtain her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Ms. Noe Fennell. Lila Grace McClintock, escorted by Michael and Laura McClintock, has participated in varsity football cheer for 1 year, varsity basketball for 4, and soccer for 3 at Bacon County High School. She's been an active member of the 4-H for 9 years and attends Bethel Free Will Baptist Church. Lila Grace is a member of the Pineland Bank Junior Board and is on the 2021 Georgia 4-H State Board of Directors. She was recognized as a Region 2AA honorable mention in soccer in 2021. Her future plans are to attend college and to pursue a degree in pediatric occupational therapy. Ms. Lila Grace McClintock. Ms. Reagan Middleton, escorted by Hayden Smith, has been a varsity football cheerleader for 3 years. After graduating from high school, she plans to attend South Georgia State College. Reagan plans to earn her Bachelor's of Science degree in special education and become a primary education teacher. Ms. Reagan Middleton. Next we have Miss Emily Ruth Miles, escorted by Tanya Miles. She's been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years and plans to attend Georgia Southern University to earn a bachelor's degree in biology. She then wants to transfer to Life University and become a doctor of chiropractic medicine. Miss Emily Miles. Brooke Morris, escorted by Mike Morris, has participated in football cheer at Bacon County High School. She plans to attend Georgia Southern University to earn a degree in animal science. She then wants to open her own business. Miss Brooke Morris. Miss Jordan Taylor, escorted by Angie Bell and Byron King, has participated in varsity football cheer and soccer at Bacon County High School. She plans to attend the Georgia Southern University in the fall to major in early childhood education. She then wants to obtain a master's degree in educational psychology. Ms. Jordan Taylor. Miss Olivia Taylor, escorted by Holly and Derek Taylor, has been a varsity football cheerleader at Bacon County High School. She plans to attend Coastal Pines Technical College to earn an associate's degree in radiologic technology. She eventually would like to specialize in nuclear medicine. Miss Olivia Taylor. Next we have Miss Sunsey White, escorted by Patricia and Ray White, has participated in varsity football cheer, and after high school, she plans to continue at South Georgia State College to earn her Bachelor of Science in Nursing. She wants to pursue a career as a flight nurse. Miss Sunsey White. Now let's give all of our varsity football cheerleaders a big round of applause. Now we will recognize our Senior Raider Regiment members. Up first, we'll have Ashanti Batten, escorted by Daniel Batten and Patrick Armstrong. Participated in basketball for 3 years, soccer for 1, softball for 2, band for 3, and esports for 1 year at Bacon County High School. She was a member of the Beta Club and voted most spirited her junior year. She plans to attend Florida State University and eventually become a latent print examiner. Ashanti Batten. Jordan Clements, escorted by Jeffrey and Jennifer Clements, has participated in band and esports at Bacon County High School. Voted the most musically talented her junior year. She plans to attend college, pursue a career in informational technology. Jordan Clements. Alyssa Cooper, escorted by Christina Smith, has participated in band at Bacon County High School. She is currently the brass captain. After graduation, she plans to attend Valdosta State University and major in early childhood education to become a teacher. Alyssa Cooper. Jesse Griffin, escorted by Gregory Griffin and Anita Griffin, has been on the dance line for 3 years, the color guard for 2 years, and has been a basketball cheerleader for 2 years. She has been the dance line captain for 2 years. She plans to attend college and obtain a degree in graphic design. Her future plans are to become a tattoo artist. Jesse Griffin. Up next we have Alyssa Kirkland, escorted by Julianne Taylor and Stacy Kirkland. Has participated in the band at Bacon County High School and also been a member of the Bacon County 4-H Club. She's been the trombone section leader for years. She plans to attend the University of Georgia to complete her nursing degree while attending the Medical College of Georgia in Augusta. Ms. Alyssa Kirkland. Aiden Kirkler, escorted by Heather Reeves and Ashley Kirkler, has been in the marching percussion section of the band for 6 years. He plans to attend Georgia Southern University and then transfer to the University of Georgia to earn his doctorate degree in biology. Aiden Kirkler. Ansley Lee, escorted by Christy Hardy and Philip Hardy, has participated in the band at Bacon County High School. She is the flute section leader and plans to attend Valdosta State University to pursue a degree in nursing. Ms. Ansley Lee. Mr. Brian Offenberger, escorted by Mickey Emery and Frank Offenberger, has been in the band for 3 years and the section leader for 1. He's a member of the TSA Club and plans to move to Ohio and attend Ohio State University to obtain a Bachelor of Science degree. He wants to work in the IT field in the future. Mr. Brian Offenberger. Julie Moore, escorted by Justin Moore and Summer Mims. She's been a member of the marching band for 5 years. She is a member of Beta Club, HOSA, and the Junior Board. Julie served as woodwind captain for 2 years. She is a drum major this year and accepted into the District Honor Band 9th and 11th grade years and was voted most musically talented her junior year. Julie plans to attend South Georgia State College to pursue a degree in nursing. Lupita Palomares, escorted by Guadalupe Palomares, has been a member of the Bacon County High School Marching Band. She has been the clarinet section leader and is now the woodwind captain. She plans to attend Valdosta State University to major in education and wants to become a teacher. Ms. Lupita Palomares. Noah Starling, escorted by Chris Starling, has participated in the marching band and the esports team. He loves playing the guitar and working on computers. He plans to graduate with honors and then attend Coastal Pines in Waycross to earn an associate's degree. He wants to work as a computer support specialist and wants to travel the world. Noah Starling. Zachary Taylor, escorted by Brandy Taylor, has participated in the marching band and the drama club at Bacon County High School. He plans to attend Wiregrass Technical College for music production and then wants to pursue a career in the music industry. Zachary Taylor. Miss Cadence Thomas, escorted by Justin and Kathy Thomas, has participated in the marching band at Bacon County High School and served as a trumpet section leader in 11th grade. She is currently the band captain. Cadence was accepted into the District Honor Band in 10th grade. After graduation, she wants to go to college to major in music therapy. Ms. Cadence Thomas. Ms. Sarah Warren, who is pictured on the screen, is unable to attend tonight's festivities. Her parents are Bonnie Warren and Scott Warren. She has participated in band and esports at Bacon County High School and plans to attend Valdosta State University to study pre-law. Her future plans are to become a lawyer. Now let's give another round of applause to our senior members of the Red Raider Regiment Marching Band. Next, we'll recognize our members of our competition cheering squad. Up first, we'll have Alyssa Adams, escorted by Kristen Adams and Drew Adams, has participated in competition cheer for 4 years at Bacon County High School. She's been a class officer for all 4 years. Alyssa's been an active member in the Beta Club and HOSA Club and is a straight-A student. She was named the All-Region Cheerleader her junior year. She will graduate from Coastal Pines with her associate's degree in December and intends to further her education at the University of Georgia to major in pre-med science. She wants to become a dermatologist. Miss Alyssa Adams. Miss Shelby Hutto, escorted by Harriet Taylor and Shane Taylor, has been a competitive cheerleader for 4 years at Bacon County High School. She's a member of the Beta Club and has been awarded All-Region 2AA cheerleader her sophomore and junior years. She was named the most valuable cheerleader her junior year and plans to attend Georgia Southern University to obtain a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. Ms. Shelby Hutto. Bri Mansell, escorted by Amanda Landon and Brian Mansell, has participated in competition cheer at Bacon County High School. She's a member of the Beta Club and also participated in All-Star competition cheer. She's been awarded the All-Region Cheerleader in the 2020-2021 season, and after graduation plans to pursue a career that allows her to give back and to help others. Ms. Bri Mansell. Marla McCarty, escorted by Belidia and Scott McCarty. Has participated in competition cheer for 4 years at Bacon County High School. She's a member of the Beta Club, and after graduation plans to attend South Georgia State College and pursue a degree in education. Miss Marla McCarty. Miss Caroline Mosley, escorted by Eddie and Pam Mosley, has participated in competition cheer for 4 years at Bacon County High School. She's a member of the Beta Club, and she is also the senior class treasurer. She's been awarded All-Region Cheerleader and was in the top 30 Georgia Cheerleaders of the Year. After graduation, she plans to attend Georgia Southern University and volunteer at the Wildlife Center. She wants to pursue a degree in animal rehabilitation. Golly, I picked that one up. Miss Emma Walker, escorted by Stacy and David Walker, has participated in competition cheer at Bacon County High School. She's a member of the Beta Club, the HOSA Club, and FBLS. She's been a member of the First Baptist Church Youth Group. She plans to obtain a degree in biology and to pursue a career in occupational therapy. Now let's give these competition cheerleaders another big round of applause. Rehabilitation all up.
It's all good. It ain't like it's a packed crowd.
Next, let's recognize our senior cross-country runners. Virginia Chavez, escorted by Anna Martinez and Mario Martinez, has participated in cross-country for 1 year and soccer for 6. She was awarded the second team All-Region in soccer 2021. She plans to attend Georgia Southern University. She wants to pursue a career in agriculture. Architecture, not agriculture. Miss Virginia Chavez. Up next, we have Brady Cochran, escorted by DL and Anna Marie Cochran. She has participated in basketball, football, and ran cross country for 1 year and baseball for 3 years. He is a member of the junior board in Alma-Bacon County Chamber of Commerce, attends the Campground United Methodist Church. Brady received the Region 2 AA First Team Defensive Back and All-Academic Team for football in 2020. He received the second team All-Region Outfield and was awarded the highest GPA for the baseball team. He plans to attend college and major in business. He would like to play baseball during college, and one day his future plans are to open his own business. Mr. Brady Cochran. Please give all these cross-country members another big round of applause. Next, we'd like to recognize our final group of seniors tonight, our esports athletes. Up first, we'll have Mr. Jake Johnson, escorted by Brent and Jessica Johnson. Has participated in esports for 3 years, soccer for 2, golf for 2 at Bacon County High School. He's a member of the Beta and TSA. Jake is a 2021-2022 member of Pineland Bank Junior Board, and he plans to attend the University of Georgia to obtain a degree in atmospheric science and meteorology. He would like to have a career with NASA. Mr. Jake Johnson. The other senior members on our esports team who have already been recognized with the Raider Regiment are Ashanti Batten, Jordan Clements, Noah Starling, and Sarah Warren. Members who were unable to attend are Kevin Roman, Emily Riddle, and Matthew Roman. Let's give all these seniors a final round of applause. And thank you for helping us celebrate this group of athletes. Please stay and help us cheer on the Red Raiders varsity football team.
with what we've been every little area, even with, we've had down season this year, but we're growing in experience and that kind of stuff. But, to see the competition cheer and then the just the regular football cheerleaders and the banders, we've talked about the times, over 100 players on the band side of it. And, again, they're going to their first competition tomorrow, and that's going to be – they're all excited about them. I know my daughter's talked about it all week and making sure they're – as she says, the color guard's tight.
Yeah.
She talks about that all the time. So we're excited for these young people, the chances they got through the different opportunities we have here in Bacon County.
Oh, yeah, well, we're glad to give them some recognition, and all our seniors deserve it very much. But tonight in our matchup versus East Lawrence, I see East Lawrence is coming out of the field house up at the school here on the back side of the gymnasium, and they're ready to march down here and take the field on the northeast side, or the northeast corner here of our field, and our Red Raiders will be entering on the southeast side. Heath, watching film this week, I would say of all teams, this one is going to be, I feel, if we play like we're supposed to, and and our players do what they've been progressing, and we continue to progress, this could be a close matchup.
Yeah, our guys can come in and compete with these guys. Again, they got to have that mentality to do that. They got to realize that they can compete at this level. We've talked about it over the season, how young they are. But, they're going to have to step up here. And again, this is going to be a good challenge for us.
Yes.
Watching these East Lawrence guys, I was going to say Swainsboro, but East Lawrence guys warm up.
Well, looking at them colors,
about 60. There's about 60 kids on the team. So they got a lot of kids on the team. So that's going to kind of has the ability to wear us out with us being so thin.
Well, they're definitely improved of what they were last year. So they're not an equal team to what we saw out of East Lawrence last year. So they have made some improvements. They have got a few more wins in the win column this year. And, again, we're just hoping that our players can step up and and follow their assignments and do what they're supposed to, and there's a good chance that we could possibly walk away here with a victory tonight. And, there's a few positions that we're going to be outmatched, and that's where it's going to be the key areas that we're going to have to limit the mistakes, Heath, and try to slow that down and just keep the mistakes to a minimum. We do not want to get in a position in which it's kind of plagued us all season, where we take one step forward and we take 2 or 3 steps back, and we've got to get into the 3 steps forward and if anything, 1 step back. You don't want to ever take 1 step back, but
no. And we just got to stay in front of the chains.
Yes.
Too many times we're on 1st and 15 or 2nd and 15 because of mental mistakes we've made, and we can't be in that position.
No, you want to be at least where you're 3rd and 3 and under,
That's right.
and you're trying to convert on the first down. And so you want to put yourself in good position. But, again, like you said, if you get into that 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 10 type situations, it's extremely difficult to climb out of that hole.
Especially, we've kind of transitioned over into more of a power run game, and that's just, it's not conducive for us to be in long yardage in those last downs of the outing. We definitely got to get in front of the chains and just keep powering through. Looks like our captains are coming up to get ready for the coin toss.
And Heath, I don't like the colors. I know my wife will of East Lawrence because it looks like she's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and seeing them over there is almost identical uniforms. They got the yellow pants, the white jerseys, and they got black tops, which is very close to what a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform looks like.
And our Red Raiders, we're coming on the field tonight in all red. Sam come home last night. He was telling us that that's what the team had decided to go in all red. And to me, that looks like a good, sharp uniform to me. I like
Definitely.
it. Especially the way those white numbers just pop off that red jersey. It looks really good in my opinion.
Well, Heath, and you've called it before earlier in the season, and that old school Red Raider comes out in you.
That's right.
And they ain't nothing better than red tops, red jersey, red pants.
That's right. And our Red Raiders, we're coming onto the field. Again, it's kind of been our tradition to come out from underneath that new scoreboard we've got here.
It looks really good, and the band's lined up. I like the tunnel effect of coming through, similar to, like what Ware County does, and have the band on the field. I like some of those traditional things and getting the band involved and that excitement and coming down. Looks like, we've got roughly 23 players here on the sideline tonight. These boys, regardless of what some people may think, these boys want to win.
Oh, absolutely.
They're competitors. They work hard all week long.
They're out there every afternoon, and I've seen it. My son's been out there with them, and they come to work.
They do.
These guys come out here, and they give them everything their best effort, and it's to produce a win.
Yes, absolutely. And they are working hard, and I do give them that. And, hopefully some of the fruits of that labor will pay off on this field here tonight and, get some forward progress and get some confidence built up. And because what I see here, Heath, in these 23 players is a strong foundation.
Oh, absolutely. They, if I'm not mistaken, we had 5.
Raider Nation, I want to cut in here on the radio, guys, for just a moment. I want to thank you for joining us on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson. I'm an instructor at Bacon County High School in the Engineering and Technology Department. I'm a one-man band down there, but I'm also the advisor for Technology Student Association, as well as the student broadcasting program that's provided through the NFHS network. I want to thank my son Jake Johnson, a senior. He was recognized tonight earlier on the field for being on the camera up top. He brings you all the action. I want to thank Mr. Gage Lee. He is not he's providing video for the Megatron, the Jumbotron, locally here. If you haven't been able to see it, I guess it'll be soccer season maybe, or next football season where you can check that out. Obviously, you're at home watching tonight. But I want to thank our title sponsors this year. A big, huge shout-out to Bennett Johnson Insurance. That's Mr. David and Daniel Johnson locally here in Alma, Georgia, for being the football title sponsor for the 2021 year or season. I also want to thank our 2021-22 athletic school year sponsors, which cover the whole year, and that would be Burt CPA. That would be Family Vision Care, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, and Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. I want to thank all those, and I'm going to rejoin the radio guys, Joe Hayes and Heath Carver, for the kickoff tonight's region matchup of East Lawrence.
Number 6, JoJo back with number 2 and his little squib kick. And Cozy back and picks it up. Or was it Tyron Dean? And he tries to get up as much as he can. He gets up to about the 38-yard line to start the game. And that's where I Red Raiders.
16-yard return on the kickoff here. And good job by special teams. And, again, each week we're staying very consistent on special teams.
Our guys do a good job of looking that ball in, especially that little squib kick. Sometimes it can kind of roll funny, that oblong ball, and, just scooping it up and making a good run like Mr. Tyron did just then.
For some reason to me, that squib looked like it was in slow motion. And that's how they can get squirrely, because it will fool you.
That's right. Well, Cozy's going to come back at quarterback. We've got twins down at the bottom, tight end up to the top side. One running back, JoJo. We hand it off, and he goes up the middle. And he tries to get it a couple of yards, and he squeaks through a couple of more yards after contact.
They get a hand on him at the line of scrimmage, but he kept his legs pumping and ended up falling forward for about a good 4-yard gain on the play.
And that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for our Red Raiders on the 43-yard line.
First series of offense here. We got forward progress and want to keep this continuing, move the ball downfield.
We've got trips down at the bottom, one running back. JoJo stays in the game at running back. And we go fake, hands to the slant pattern to number 11. He catches it. He makes a move. He's still juking. He finally gets up to about the 40-yard line. They finally drive him down. That was a great catch. And for a second there, he wasn't sure he caught it. He had to look for it for a second.
A good 15-yard gain on the play, and he made 3 or 4 jukes. He juked to the left, and somebody was there. So he juked back to the right, and somebody was there.
He kept hitting his spin button on Madden there.
Yes, sir. And he finally found a good little hole. That's a fun play to watch.
Oh, yeah, and Cozy brings them back up. Twins down at the bottom, tight end up top, one running back. We hand it up the middle, and JoJo makes a guy miss, and he's got a hole for him. He's still
15 to 10
to 5. Touchdown!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Number 6.
How about
Josiah Brown on the touchdown. Great run by Mr. Josiah.
How about them apples, Heath?
That's right. That's the way to start the game off right here.
And we've got a flag on the field, Heath. The celebration, I think he spiked the ball. So,
hey, sometimes I believe in like old Georgia when they all ran on the field against Florida.
Yes,
sometimes you just got to get a flag.
I'll take it, Heath.
That's right.
I will take it. Them boys need this confidence right now, and I am glad to see this touchdown. And on the first series, wow, Heath, them boys, it looked like it was planned, and it was executed, and there was no mistakes.
Our line is definitely giving us a push there and giving JoJo room to maneuver in the right there in the trenches, as they call it. I couldn't find my word there for a minute, Joe.
That's right.
But they're lining up to kind of, I think the referee's still trying to figure out what they're going to do. And
yeah. And we're trying to see what the white hat is saying there. I think they're going to elect to take the penalty on the kickoff and not on the PAT.
And we line up in the swinging gate. We've kind of done it all year long. We put a guy in motion, and we hand it off to him. Number 2, he got an extra point. There was nobody around him.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Number 2, Travion Richardson takes the handoff around to the top side. In there for the extra point. 2-point conversion for the Red Raiders with 10:44 left in the first quarter. Your Red Raiders are up 8-0.
Holy cow, I'm excited. Heath,
absolutely.
Man. And I hate to send it back to the station, but we're going to get our sponsors some recognition here, and we're going to send it back to the station, and we'll be back to you shortly.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
What an exciting start here to start the first quarter in our first offensive series. Our Raiders moved the ball about 65 yards through 3 plays down the field and enough for a touchdown, and went for a 2-point conversion, and it was successful. And our score here tonight is Bacon County 8 and East Lawrence 0 with 10 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Heath.
Yeah, it was good to see our guys, and we mixed in some runs and some passes in there, and it kind of caught them off guard. We do a little pooch kick, and they blowing a whistle. Looks like they're going to call it all sides on Bacon County. They're going to back us up another 5 yards. We're already starting deep into our territory kicking off. We don't want to be in that area.
So we had an excessive celebration in the end zone, which, like you said, he sometimes as long as they've been here, that was an exciting moment for the boys.
Sir.
We just don't want to see us penalize ourselves too much.
No, again, we talked about it, started the pregame. You know, there's 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. We need to keep moving forward. We've got the gas turned on. We need to keep it there.
That's right.
Don't pump no brakes or nothing else. Let's just keep flying like we've been flying so far tonight. Like I said, 10 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first quarter.
Heath, I'm so excited. I'm over here shaking, man.
Abraham lines it up.
I'm trying to type a text and put scores out there, and I can't even get my numbers typed.
Referee's telling our line something along there. And Abraham's backed up, and he's not very deep, so I think we're going to try that little pooch kick again. We've been fairly successful. Abraham's done good with the pooch kick. He gets it really high. And he does a little pooch kick high, and they get a fair catch. And he does catch it there on about the 45-yard line for East Lawrence. And, man, that starts them deep into our territory, and we don't want to give them all that field.
Yeah, the penalties definitely hurt us here, and we set them up with very, very good field position. You know, typically with that pooch kick, Heath, we're starting them on the 35 to the 40 in their territory.
That's right.
And now they're on the 40 in our territory.
And nothing away from East Lawrence. If I'm not mistaken, they're ranked fairly high as far as the amount of points they score each game. So they can score, but they line up a shotgun. They hand it off number 4 up the top edge,
and he's
got
got
a block.
And when they got a flag up there.
But we wrap him up after about 12 yards, and it definitely looked like holding on the top side there.
Yeah, typically where that flag's thrown, it's going to be a holding call, Heath.
Our cornerback was trying to get off that block, and that wide receiver had a hold of that jersey. And that's what you teach them a lot of times is when you try to get away, pull as far away from him and let him pull that jersey. You want him to pull that jersey.
Yeah, you got to get that separation and force him to make mistakes.
But our defense gave up a lot of yards on that play, and it seems like, day in and day out that we played, they're trying to get to our outside.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that's going to back them up. It's going to bring up 1st down and 15 for East Lawrence here with 10 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bacon County 8, East Lawrence 0.
They run twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top, a slot back right off there at the end with 1 running back.
We got our cornerbacks lined up really tight here on the bottom side, Heath.
And he takes off running around the edge, and he's got another block, and we finally wrap him up there after about a gain of about 10 yards, it looks like.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and
they're running pretty much
5.
They're running pretty much the same offense we saw last week over in Swainsboro. They're not as quick as Swainsboro was, but they're definitely running. They saw the weaknesses we had last week with Swainsboro, and they're trying to exploit them right now against our defense.
They just don't have the size and speed for sure.
No. By Red Raiders, we come to a 3-man front. Quarterback gets he fakes it up the middle, and he's got an open lane, and we finally bring him down there.
And a good job by our safety, Heath, to
number 9, Harrison Lee, made a great stop on the play, saved a touchdown on that play.
And he just squared up on him and didn't allow him. He tried to make a last-second juke, and he just stayed right in front of him, squared up, and made a good, solid tackle.
He made sure he didn't get around him.
No. Last week, too many times that right there, we got burnt.
And you get kids running full speed and trying to make a hard tackle, a hard hit. That's because that's what we all like to see. They hand it up the middle, and he gets to the bottom edge. Number 4 takes it into a score for East Lawrence.
Just like that, East Lawrence starting with good field position, gets on the board with 6 points after a good 15-yard run on the play, Heath, and good blocking downfield by East Lawrence.
Yeah, that offensive line, again, they're kind of like Swainsboro last week. They're not a real big line, but they move, and when they put their hands on you, they stay locked in onto their block.
Engaged.
Looks like they're going to try. Looks like they're going to go for a field goal or an extra point PAT here. And we know Cozy's been trying to get back there, and he tries to get there. Oh, he was close.
Goodness. He got a finger on it, but it didn't slow it down enough, and it is good through the uprights. That's going to make the score Bacon County 8, East Lawrence 7, and we're going to send it back to the station here for a quick break here. But we'll scoop it back up. They're going to kind of wrap us up.
We'll start about the 25-yard line.
And
he didn't get much yardage again. Like I said, he dropped the ball, but he did pick it back up. Tried to get yardage out of it. They're on top of him.
Yeah, it just gave them too much time.
And our Red Raiders, we're going to come onto the field for our second offensive series tonight. The first one looked real good, Joe.
It did.
Cozy looks to be in command on what he needs to do on that option play. made a great throw to Tyron. Hit him on a slant pattern there down in the middle of the field and let Tyron do some work. But then JoJo jumped in there again, like we talked about the offensive line, gave him a hole, gave him some wiggle room, and he busted through the line a couple of times for some good yardage there. But now we've got number 2, Travion Richardson, stepping in at running back. Twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top. We hand it off. Oh, man, and he gets met right in the backfield.
And there was nobody there for any blocks.
No, he and lost about 3 yards on the play. That defensive end stayed home.
He did.
And just met our running back right there. So that's going to set up a 2nd and about 13 for our Red Raiders, deep in our own territory. We've got Twins down at the bottom. We got a tight end up top. Travion stays in at running back. Cozy surveys the field, gets a snap. He pulls it. He heads up the middle, and he gets about 3. He gets that about 3 yards back. It looks like gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. Joe.
Yep, that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. And what we talked about in the pregame show, Heath, this is where we really didn't want to be. You put yourself in a deep hole, and it's extremely hard to climb out of, especially when you change to a run-heavy style offense. And we're going to have to get a good little route here, and they're going to cover for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've done stunned on one time on a pass play, and I don't think we're going to get it again. Put Tyron in motion, and we go to hand it off up the middle with Travion, and he don't get much, about a yard maybe, and that's where they're going to stop him at right there and bring up 4th down.
So 4th down and a long 9. Now they finally moved it, so it's 4th and 9 for sure. So we're going to have to send on the punt team. And just some mistakes on that offensive series, and we're going to need our defense to do a better job here to step up. And we do the same back on for East Lawrence, and we can't allow them to get ahead on us and give them any momentum. So we're lined up in the punt. Cozy back. Good
nice
snap.
Nice high kick, end over end. It's going to bounce and take a Red Raider roll.
A real good Red Raider roll.
And we're going to let it get there, and we're going to get every inch we can out of it. That's a great punt by Cozy Batten. They're going down at about the 26-yard line.
And what a punt.
Great punt by Cozy Batten.
He was standing on about the 10, and so that's almost about a 59, 60-yard punt. And he did get a good about 15 yards out of the roll, and we'll take every bit of it. But that's going to give him about a 60-yard punt on the play.
Again, we talked about it back in the day. You wanted that nice tight spiral coming off of that foot.
Yep.
But more I've seen it, I take those end over end any day of the week if they roll our way.
Yes, sir.
But East Lawrence comes up with trips up top, 1 wide receiver in the bottom.
And with a quarterback keep.
And he tries to get around the edge.
And we wrap him up. And it's going to be about a 2-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for East Lawrence. And Heath, what did somebody bring you there? Somebody lose a class ring?
It looks like a middle school class ring. I'm going to probably give it over to Joe Burt, right?
That's
Let him
right.
make the announcement here in just a few minutes when we take a break. But, yeah, somebody's missing a class ring, and I'm sure if Mama finds out about it, they ain't going to be happy at all. I know my daughter got her real class ring, and the first day she left it, locked it up in Miss Jessica's class, and she forgot to bring it home. They run this little swing pass, and they try to get to the outside.
And he cuts it back up.
in, and we make a nice tackle there by number 2, Travion Richardson. But number 36, DeAnthony Green, kept pushing it outside and forcing him back inside. That was a great play on both of their part.
It was. That's going to be about a 5-yard gain on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for East Lawrence here. The ball is spotted on the 34-yard line in East Lawrence territory. So they've been doing fairly well on the run, much better on the run than they have been in the past. So I'm curious to see in this position what I'm sure they're going to stick with a run game or quarterback keep on this play.
Yep. Again, we haven't stopped it real good yet. We're getting better at it.
Yep.
They're going to run a guy in motion, and he pulls it and hands it up the middle. Man!
He fell forward.
He fell forward about a half a yard.
Quarterback kept the ball, and we met him at the line of scrimmage, but he just dove as hard as he could.
And stretched it out there and got the 1st down for East Lawrence.
And they're going to spot the ball here on the 37. It's going to bring up 1st down and 10 for East Lawrence. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Bacon County 8, East Lawrence 7.
They run twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top, one running back, slot back. And they go to hand off up the middle, and we stop him right at the line.
We got through.
We lose the grip on him, and we finally, number 19, Cozy Batten, finally runs him out of bounds after about a gain of about 20 yards, though.
We hit him at the line, but the problem is absolutely nobody wrapped him up.
No, we hit him, and hit him hard,
Yeah.
stopped him in his tracks. But like you said, nobody wrapped them big old arms around him there on the line. We've got to do a better job of wrapping up and holding on.
Yeah, we can't. Again, we need East Lawrence mistake here to give our defense a break, because we don't want to give them any momentum, especially with as many players as they got over there. We got to try to stay as close as we can here and keep it tight.
They run a guy in motion, trips up top. They run a little swing pass again, connects to, and he's finally run out of bounds after about 9 yards by number 9, Harrison Lee. Made a great play. He come all the way across the field to make that play.
Yep.
They had good blocking over there. If Harrison hadn't got to him, he might have went in and scored on that play.
And was that JoJo up there? Number 6.
Yes, sir. That's JoJo, number 6.
He, I felt like he was being held on that play, Heath, and because he was over there slapping the guy in the hands, trying to get him off of him and get some separation, and just was not able to.
Yeah. We come with a 4-man front, looks like, for the Red Raiders. They got trips bunched down at the bottom. They go, hand it off to number 4 at the middle again, and we do hit him again right at the line. But, again, we're not locking up. We're not wrapping them arms around him.
We actually tripped him in the backfield, but he managed to get a hand down and crawl for about a 6-yard, 7-yard gain on the play.
And gives East Lawrence another first down.
They're going to spot the ball here in Bacon County territory. We're on the 24, Heath, 23. It's going to be first down and 10 for East Lawrence. 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
They run a twin set down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top, one running back. Slot man goes in motion. Fake the hand off to him, but hand number 4 up the middle, and he's got an open lane. He's going to go in to score for East Lawrence.
Right up the gut. And
went untouched. There was nobody even touched him on that play.
And that's the problem there. They pulled us out wide, Heath, and just opened us up, and we got a flag.
Now there's a flag on the play.
And I see an East Lawrence player pleading his case over here, so I'm not sure if this is a personal foul against East Lawrence. We'll have to see.
But that sets up right now East Lawrence Falcons 13, our Red Raiders 8 with 4:32. They are lining up for the PAT.
That is a personal foul against East Lawrence, and they asked our coach if we want to take the penalty on the PAT or the kickoff, and we elected to take it on the kickoff.
Again, they line up for the PAT. They're stacking heavy kind of on Cozy's side. They're trying to keep him from getting in there because he's gotten really good at it. See if he blows in. He tries to, but they do shuck him off there.
They didn't get a hand on him and slow him
And it does go through the upright, so that's the East Lawrence Falcons 14, our Red Raiders 8 with 4:32 left in the first quarter.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Another East Lawrence touchdown, and a good PAT brings the score to East Lawrence 14, Red Raiders 8, with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
That personal foul they got, push them back. They do the little squib kick again. Number 36, he does get it this time, and he tries to get it up the middle. And, man, he makes a nice little run, but he's met there right across the 50 there, about the about the 47-yard line is where he stopped at, and that's where our Red Raiders will take over here on the third possession of the game.
And good field position here on their mistake, Heath. And we're going to start this series in East Lawrence territory.
Yeah, and it's good. Anytime you can start on the other side of the 50 from where we started at, that's definitely where we want to be at.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's hope that our offense can capitalize here on this East Lawrence mistake, and we can come back and respond to their touchdown.
You know, we need to have another drive like we did the first series there, just kind of put it all together.
Yep.
Again, stay in front of the chains. We can't have a 3rd and 10 or a 3rd and 8. That's just not the way our game plan's drawn up right now.
A lot of confusion with East Lawrence defense here.
Oh, man, we jump off sides. We jump too soon.
Yeah,
all that movement had us messed up.
Man, they were moving all over the place.
It's again, when they started moving around,
yeah,
and it wasn't like Georgia that does it intentionally. They were definitely confused, but our guys kind of got wrapped up in the motions and things like that.
And here we start back in our territory now. The bottom spotted back on our side of the 50 on the 47. We go deep down the middle, wide
open, number 29. He's going to go in for a touchdown. Great pass. Untouched, number 29.
And a
Keyshawn Holmes, sophomore from Cozy Baton. That was a great pop.
53-yard touchdown play, Heath. Wow.
In rec ball, we call that the Y pop pass. I don't know what Coach Goss calls it, but that's what we call it. It's just that tight end streaking down the field, and because he's a bigger guy, they wasn't even nobody even around him.
No.
Again, we talked about last week, we like to see a big guy score.
That's right. Snuck him out there, and how you can miss somebody that big, I don't know, but they did.
But we line up in the swinging gate again. We're going to line them up, and Abraham's going to go for the 1-point conversion here, try to kick a field goal. Our Red Raiders answer right back. That's a great move on Coach Goss's part. Great call. Tyron's ready for the snap. Nice snap, hold,
right
on through the middle.
It's good. That's going to bring the score. Macon County 15, East Lawrence 14, and we got a football game here in Alma, Georgia tonight.
Absolutely.
Seconds remaining in the first quarter, and we're back and forth right here to start this football game, and we got some exciting football taking place here. Here we're going to have to do something defensively. You know, I don't want to see this, you get into this 41, 40, 48, 44, type of situations. At some point, I hope our defense can settle down, and we got to make some stops on East Lawrence here.
Yeah, we've got our defense got to stand up and be big here on a series. Again, when you start having a gunslinger shootout, it can kind of go to who's got the ball last, and we don't want to leave it in that kind of hands. We want to make sure we're doing everything we're supposed to do.
See if that or the fresh set of legs too.
That's right.
That comes into play in them situations, and they definitely got triple the legs that we got.
Absolutely. Abraham's dropped back deep. He looks like he's going to kick it deep, and he kicks a nice high booming kick, and he goes down to about the 10-yard line, and they get the ball. And he goes to the top side, and we finally bring him down. Great job by number 36, DeAnthony Green, to bring him down there.
At the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line. No, correction, number 32, Mr. Dietrich Smith, was in on the tackle there. So it was good to have a nice deep kick. Would have liked to stop him a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things on a kickoff. As a coach, you hold your breath because you're kicking it to the best guy on the team.
That's right. I know.
So you got a chance there that they're going to break one. But our defense comes onto the field. They're going to start on about the 31-yard line. We got a 4-man front. They got a guy comes in motion. They hand it off to the bottom side to him. He's got the edge, and we're trying to track him down, and we finally do bring him down after about 12-yard gain there.
Woo. And I was really scared the white hat reached in his pocket like he was going to pull a flag, and I think we should have had a horse collar on that, but it went unseen. and but it was enough for East Lawrence first down anyway, so that's going to bring up first down and 10. The ball spotted on the 44-yard line, still here in East Lawrence territory. 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
They run twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver stretched way out. They're on the bottom side of the field, bottom hash. Quarterback surveying. Takes snap. Fakes the handoff to number 4, and he goes up the middle. And we try to hit him. He keeps spinning off each of our guys.
And he stayed low, and good job on his spin move there. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 4. And they move into our territory. The ball spotted on the 49-yard line in Bacon County territory here with 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
These guys are, again, like we talked about, they're not as fast as Swainsboro, but they do have some speed.
Yep.
And that number 4, when he hits the hole, he's driving his feet and churning them just as hard as he can.
And fundamentally, they're doing very well on their blocks downfield.
Oh, absolutely. And again, they go to hand off to number 4, and he goes around the top edge. He's got blockers out there. He cuts it back, and he's going to go in for a score.
And again, it's hard to see that up there. If it's just a little bit of out man or if it's holding Heath, it's hard to say. But East Lawrence is going to find a way to run a about a 40-yard touchdown on the play.
And, we talked about it last week over at Swainsboro, and it's kind of been the thing. If you get outside of us and outrun us, we're talking about we're thin, and that's in the speed area. We're definitely thin out there. And the wide receivers out on the top side have done a great job giving that running back plenty of blocks. And they're going to line up for a PAT. See if they can't tack on to that score they just had.
Yep, it looks like it's going to be good. Surprised we didn't get a
penalty for jumping there a little bit too quick on there, but
apparently we was a little further behind the line of scrimmage where we were lined up over there, and there was no flag on the play, so that's going to make the score East Lawrence 21, Bacon County 15, here with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and we'll take a timeout and send it back to the station here on Classic Country 104.3.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Be a 15-yard gain on the play. It's enough for a Red Raider first down, and we are in East Lawrence territory. They spot the ball on the 49-yard line here with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And we running twins up to the top side with number 11, Tyron Dean. Scratch that. Looks like we're going to run trips up top. With the tight end, number 29's back at the tight end spot down here at the bottom. I bet you they watching him now.
Mm-mm.
He done burned on one time. They ain't going to let him burn it again.
No. What do we The officials are motioning for an official timeout. Something, we got an equipment malfunction. East Lawrence having to send in another player.
So Red Raiders, we come on for the offensive series. We got trips up top, one tight end on the downside with JoJo and Cozy back in the backfield at shotgun. Cozy surveys, gets the snap from his center. Here's a slant pass to Tyron, and Tyron's trying his best. He's driving his feet. He's still up. He finally gets wrangled down after he drugged the guy about 6 yards down the field.
It's going to be about a 13-yard gain on the play. They spot the ball on the East Lawrence 35 here. 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining. As soon as they get the change set, White Hat rolls the clock in motion. Minute 31, minute and 30.
Tyron's playing like he wants this one tonight. Being senior night last time here at the house, he's wanting to prove a point definitely here, and he's played his heart out here for us all season and definitely tonight.
There's not a player down there that's not, I don't think, giving it their all at this point right now, Heath.
And I think what we're trying to do on the offensive side, we're trying to slow it down. Sometimes the best defense is keeping our offense on the field.
That's right.
So we run twins up top. We fake the number 2. And Cozy tries to get something out of it, and he's going to get just across the line of scrimmage, hopefully give him a yard. Looks like they're going to give him a yard on the play.
Curious here if we're going to call a timeout. We don't. Clock continues to roll with 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And it is the first. I got to remind myself it's not the second. So we may save these.
Save the timeout. Eat as much clock as we can. Again, it seems to be more of an offensive battle tonight than a defensive battle.
You got to remind yourself it's only the first quarter. We ain't made it to the second yet, Joe.
So we've got twins up top, the tight ends up top. We've got one running back in the backfield. We go fake the handoff, hit another guy right off his hands.
Yep, and we were open. There was nobody within 4 yards of our receiver here. We just overthrew him by about 6 inches.
Yeah, it bounced right off his hands. He jumped with everything he had to try to bring it in and just did miss it.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9, but that's going to stop the clock with 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. East Lawrence 21, Bacon County 15.
And again, we talked about it early on. We don't want to be here third and 9 trying to get a first down here. We run trips up top. One running back, looks like number 2 back in the backfield with number 19, Cozy, batting at quarterback. We look, throw a pass, quick pass, and it's complete.
Job, but it's not quite enough for a first down.
It's going to be short about 4 yards here.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 5 yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
And see what we're going to let the quarter go wind down. We're going to talk about our strategy, see what Coach House does here.
And this is going to bring it to an end of the first quarter. East Lawrence ahead of our Red Raiders 21-15, and we will send it back to the station for a quick break. And our Raiders are in a 4th and 4 situation with the ball on the 30 in East Lawrence territory here, and we've elected to go for it, Heath.
We've got our twins up top, tight end up top with him. Cozy drops back, pump fakes. Oh, intercepted. Wow, man, he bounced it off his hand. Tyron Dean finally drags him down after he gained about 6-7 yards. He read that play all the way. Cozy just didn't lead it out quite enough for Tyron on that play and come up with it, or East Lawrence come up with an interception there.
unfortunate, but again, trying to stay positive here. We've got to do something defensively for our guys to make a stop here. There's a lot of time left in this second quarter, Heath, but we've got to find a way to slow East Lawrence down.
Yeah, our defense, again, we've just got to bow our necks. Our front line needs to start putting some pressure back there. It takes them a little bit of time to get that option play going. But, man, when they get going, number 4 for East Lawrence is definitely a great running back, and he'll hit the hole hard. We line up in looks like a 4-man front. They send a guy in motion, and they go and they hand it off to number 4 again. And we meet him there right at the line, and he gets about a yard on the play, yard and a half. Looks like just about a yard. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for East Lawrence. Joe, I promise you, my goal for tonight is not to say the wrong Lawrence.
I know. It's hard, man.
We picked on you so bad last year, I figured I would do it all game long.
Yeah. Hey, that comes back. You got to remember that, man.
Trust me, I have regretted it all week long because I figured I was going to do it. But
that's what I got to pick on you a while ago. You called the 1-point conversion in the field goal on the BAT. We get so happy and excited.
Oh, when the quarterback's keeper, he goes right at the middle, and we finally drag him down after about a 25-yard gain. Number 6, JoJo, in on the tackle there.
Good job. Complete wrap-up. A very elusive quarterback. We cannot allow him space out here, Heath, anywhere on the field.
Oh, no.
You can't let him get open because he does have some moves. He's not as nearly as quick as what Swainsboro's got, but he is definitely the fastest kid on this East Lawrence team.
Oh, absolutely. He runs his option play really well. Again, it's something we've seen, the spread offense that seems to be taking over high school football. They got kind of trips down at the bottom. They handed number 4 off the middle, and we wrap him up after about 4 yards, and we drive him to the dirt.
The game's getting very physical here, Heath. Red Raiders are trying to, again, like you said, they're bowing up here, and they're putting their heads in there and trying to push back. But man, it's going to be a 7 or 6 yard gain on the play for East Lawrence. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 here with 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to see if there was any scores out here, Heath. Not many posted yet.
East Lawrence comes back with Twins down bottom, send the guy in motion up top.
Oh,
bad snap. We go back to get him.
We miss him. We're
going to run him out of bounds there. They're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage.
No, it's going to be a 1 yard loss on the play.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5 for East Lawrence here. We didn't help ourselves any, really. We should have been on him a little bit quicker. We went back there full head of speed and not really breaking down like we needed to on the tackle, and ran by him one time. We had him for about a 6 yard loss there. But East Lawrence comes to the line. They've got Twins up top, 1 wide receiver at the bottom. The quarterback's joined in the backfield by number 4. A little slot back. Looks like a blocking back.
He's going to pull it. Oh,
and we got him in the backfield. And, man, he's still fighting, but number 88 made a great tackle on him right there. Marquavius O'Neal.
We needed that so bad.
Just met him right there, and he's still kind of down.
Yeah, he's hurt. Quarterback is down. Their physical trainer coming on the field, and we're going to take a quick injury timeout here. He's pulling his helmet off, so we'll let the trainer see to him, and we'll send it back to the station here for an
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
It back to the station. Glad to see East Lawrence quarterback hop back up.
Yep.
They did have to put in their backup quarterback, and man, first play here they threw and almost threw an interception.
Yep.
Turn it over on downs, and we got decent field position here. We're on the Bacon County 36-yard line. It's 1st down and 10 with 9 minutes and 34 seconds remaining here in the first half.
We want to run twins up top, 2 tight ends, 1 running back.
Oh, and I think they jumped, but there was no flags.
And JoJo, he hits the middle, and he tries to get up as far as he can. I think they're going to give him about 3 yards on the play. So
second effort, he got 2 yards on second effort there.
But I agree with you. I think the nose guard jumped there before the ball was snapped.
And there's been several jumps up front here, Heath, but there's been not – the flags have been very slim tonight. There's not it's been mainly some the personal fouls.
Yeah. And we line back up with the twins up top, 2 tight ends starting now, 1 running back. We go. We put it on the dirt, but JoJo covers it back up.
Good save by JoJo there to turn and fall on the ball, because that's a tough ball that'll get away from you right there when you got to spin around and it's on the back side of you.
And we're going to lose 4 yards on the play, so that's going to bring up 3rd and a long 11 for our Red Raiders here. Again, we don't want to be on the backside of the chains.
No, sir.
And that's going to set up Cozy into a passing situation. Again, we understand that he's more of a running quarterback. He's done a great job at the passing side of it. That's not his strong suit. But we run twins up top, 2 tight ends set, and we fumble the ball.
Again.
Cozy picks it up. He's looking for somebody. He finds a guy. He's got a guy deep, wide open. Number 11, Tyrod Dean. He takes the guy. 10. 5, touchdown, Tyrod Dean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What a great play by Cozy Batten to keep his head up, looking for his wide receiver, and caught number 11, Tyrod Dean, in stride. And then Tyrod Dean broke that kid's ankles right there.
It was the next words coming out of my mouth.
Man, what a great play by our Red Raiders.
And you've seen hundreds of videos of that on the internet where a guy makes a cut and he does it so good that the defender in front of him just falls down.
Oh, that defender was turned all the way around.
Yeah, he definitely broke his ankles on the play, and not really, but
as the kids say it.
Yeah, as the kids say it.
Sam gets on that YouTube talking about, look at him breaking them ankles. That's what just happened right there. Tyrod Dean, great run by him. We line up for the extra point. Abraham, it's blocked.
It. And that's a dead ball. We actually catch it. One of our linemen, but immediately that ball
is dead.
It's dead. So that's going to bring an equal score here. Bacon County 21, East Lawrence 21. 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here at the half. We'll take a quick break here on Classic Country. Red Raider touchdown here to even the score out tonight. Bacon County 21, East Lawrence 21, 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. We missed the PAT, and we were ahead early. Our first offensive touchdown, we went for the 2-point conversion and was successful, and we've had that extra point lead, but East Lawrence managed to block our PAT there, and we remain even at 21.
And Abraham lines up. He looked like he was going to line up for that pooch kick, but he's dropped back. He's going to try to kick it deep here. He approaches the ball. It's a nice high, deep kick, and the guy's running back for it. He gets about to the 3-yard line where he receives it, and he tries to outrun our guy. And he does do that, but he did so. We bring him down about the 25-yard line. Nice, deep kick by Abraham there.
Definitely. And that's probably the deepest kick I think he's had on the season, Heath.
And, again, I know they work with him a lot. He does a great job on the pooch kick. But to see him kick it deep like that, again, that guy had to run because their deep backs were way up close to our side. And he had to run back there and catch it on the run. And every time you do that, that end over end kind of could he can make a mistake real easy. It go through his hands.
Yes, sir.
So a good call there on Coach Goss's to change it because like they lined up to do the pooch kick. But our defense comes back on the field. And again, we need a big stop here from our defense. Again, they did a great job last time. Let's see if we can do it again right here. They got twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver to hand it off, number 4. And he jukes a little bit, and, man, we're just kind of he's still on his feet. And, man, he is running hard.
You know, that play was slow to start. It was almost like a delayed run, and we had hands on him twice, and it's like somebody thought, okay, he's coming down, we got hands on him, and then they just never brought him down.
We didn't finish through the whistle, and that's football 101. You play till the whistle blows, and it looks like we just wanted to let him go there. They run
the ball on the 44.
They run 2 twin set, twins up top, twins at the bottom. One running back with the quarterback number 4. They send number 13 in motion up to the top side. He shuffles to the end of the line. They go and they hand it back to number 4, and he goes off the top edge.
And we get him from the back side.
Number 29 comes there from his linebacker position. He come downhill real good like he needs to, been trained to do. And this young man, he's kind of been playing all over the field tonight. It's the first night I've seen him back at the linebacker spot.
It's going to be second down and a long 5. It's at about the 4.5 here. So it's going to be second down and a good 5.5 here. 6 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the first half here as the clock continues to roll. Bacon County 21 all over, or tied here with East Lawrence.
And our cornerback goes, and they look like they're going to press, and they throw the little swing pass. And we try to get a hand on him, and he moves us out of the way, and we run him out of bounds. Number 9, Harrison Lee. Again, number 36, DeAnthony Green, he's holding his helmet. He wanted that big hit there, and he just came in too hot, and the guy sidestepped him a little bit.
It was about a 4-yard gain on the play for East Lawrence. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Here the ball is now in Bacon County territory. It's spotted on the 48-yard line. 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And our line needs to step up and get across that offensive line and disrupt there in the backfield and see if we can't bring this guy down. We don't need to give him these 2 yards here.
No, definitely not.
Which I'm sure they feel like they're in 2-down territory here the way they ran the ball tonight. They've been able to get 3 to 4 every time.
And East Lawrence calls a timeout. And a little confusion here on their offense, and we lined up well against them defensively and forced them to call a timeout here with 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. In the second quarter, 21-21 here tied up tonight. Look at that red moon over there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. See a lot of high snap. They hand off number 4. They try to get it outside.
Stiff
arm. Man, number 2 made a great tackle and run him out of bounds. It looks like they're gonna have a holding call on there. So that's gonna back them up. He did get enough for the first down, but like I said, they're gonna back up here. It looks like because of a holding call.
3-yard gain on the play, so it'll be a mark from the spot of the foul. It's exactly on where they'd get the first down. It's on the 53, or not 53 here. I'm talking backwards. 42. So the penalty goes against East Lawrence. That's going to put them back at the 43-yard line now, back in their territory.
That's right. It's going to back them up to
that is big.
3rd down and 11 for them here.
This is going to force them into a pass situation, I believe, Heath, and we got to stay tight.
Absolutely. Our guys have got to stay on their man. Oh, bad snap. He recovers it, and he gets to the bottom side. He got a man wide open down here, and he makes a connection. He's got a block. Oh, and he falls down there about the 39-yard line. Busted play. Our guys come up to make the tackle and just left the guy wide open. Again, it's just.
And you hate to see that when you see a play bust open like that. Guys leave their coverage, Heath.
Yeah, and it was just the excitement of the moment.
Yeah.
And, just they wanted the ball instead of looking to see what he was going to do with it. So that gives them a first down on the 49-yard line.
Make sure you put my name on
The quarterback keeps clapping here to get the snap. He takes snap, hands
That's
it off. They
number
come
4.
to the bottom side, and he cuts back in. And we got a flag. And finally, they're starting to see some of this holding here.
Yep. Number 29 was across there, but, man, they were ripping his shoulder pads near about off to hold him there so he couldn't make the tackle. So it's going to back them up. And it was a little late flag there. I think we kind of talked them into it there a little bit. We done a little bit of coaching on that side of it. And finally got a call our way one time.
And it's going to be a very hurtful penalty here, backing them up 10 yards. And from where the spot of the hold was, this is going to put them at first down and 20, maybe 21. Yeah. 21.
So with 5:47 left in the half, we got them back deeper than where they were at on a first down and 21.
And he looks
fake,
and he's
double
going
pump.
deep. Look for the ball. Yep.
Oh, he dropped it. Great play by number 11, Tyron Dean.
So our safety, Tyron, comes in. He goes up, makes the catch, and he hits him as he's coming down and managed to what looked to be a complete pass that was going to be a first down for them. So it was about a 22, 23-yard pass through the air, and Tyron Dean busted up, and we've got an incomplete pass.
I feel like if Mr. Dean would have looked back, he could have intercepted that ball. But I think he thought he was beat on the coverage, and he was trying his best just to get over there, so it didn't make
it worked out okay.
Absolutely. So here our Red Raiders are. East Lawrence has a second. Looks like about 21. Trips down at the short end, the bottom side, one wide receiver. They do a little pitch out to the outside to number 4, and he gets it, and we stop him after about 4-yard gain, it looks like. So that's going to bring up a long third down for them.
Yeah, it's going to be third down. Let's see where we got to go to, Heath.
About 18.
22, so, yeah, it's going to bring up third down and 18, maybe 17.
Our defense last couple of series have stepped up big here, Joe. They've done a great job of keeping this big running back or this quick running back, number 4. He runs hard. He runs like a big guy. He necessarily don't look like the biggest guy. But, again, we're up here on top of the mountain, too. So,
and we finally had some East Lawrence mistakes come in at key times here.
And they got going to blow it dead.
Was there a timeout or the play clock run out?
I don't see a flag nowhere. See what the white hat's calling.
Delay a game.
So, well, am I the only one that don't see a flag?
There is not a flag on the field.
So
that's going to back them up. They spot the ball at the 44-yard line.
And, again, that's
going to bring back up about 3rd and 20.
Third and a mile, as the old announcers used to say.
We don't need another busted play here. Play clock down to 14. There's 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the half.
We definitely got to make sure we stay in our coverage, do our assignments, and not let nothing get behind us. And, again, they do the double move, and, man, we get pressure.
Get him.
Oh, yes!
Get him down. Sack him in the
60
backfield.
with a sack. He got his hands on him to start with. He wriggled loose, but he kept on with the play. Number 60 there. Tyler Thomas.
That's my spotlight player for the day today. You guys are going to get to hear one of the most amazing interviews, and I am so proud for him, and I'm telling you, it's going to bring you to tears. Y'all got to listen to this interview at the half of this young man, and he just stepped up big.
He is a good young man. Again, talked about him. Sam's been practicing with him, and he was running a scout team the other day, and he said, Daddy, I thought I had the running back. He said, but I forgot about that pulling guard. Tyler come across there and cleaned his clock for him.
But
that was a great play.
6'2", 285, 10th grader.
Oh, end over end.
Yeah,
just a line drive punt, and they're going to get a good little roll out of it.
Takes a East Lawrence bounce, and they're going to spot the ball at about the 17,
18-yard line. But, yeah, Tyler stepped up big. The whole defense stepped up big on that series. Again, East Lawrence did hurt themselves a lot with some penalties there. But our guys we gave some yardage up, but we didn't break on that series.
That's right.
We love to see our defense stepping up the way they've stepped up the last two series.
And the last one where they were earlier in that series where they were big, I believe it was Thomas that was back there, flushed the quarterback out on the busted play.
Yep.
They ended up converting on and had a big play come out of it.
So our Red Raiders, we come with twins up top, one wide receiver at the bottom. Cozy's back in the backfield with JoJo at running back. Bad snap. He goes to fake. He's got a spin, but he didn't go nowhere, and he's going to lose about 3 yards on the play on that one. And definitely, like we talked about, we don't want to be losing no yards here. We've got good momentum going right now. The clock's just running down. We got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half.
Scores tied 21-21. Here the Red Raiders versus East Lawrence tonight. We're at 3 minutes and 1 second, 21 seconds on the play clock. It's continuing to wind down. We get set. Nobody up top. Twins down at the bottom. Cozy surveying the field. Get the snap. We hand it off. We
got the edge. Oh, man, he slipped down. He tried to make a cut there, and if he'd have he had to cut. If he'd have stayed on his feet, I think he'd have ran for at least 15 to 20 more yards there.
Good 7-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 7 for our Red Raiders here.
We run in number 2, Travion Richardson at running back. We go twins up top. We've got our 2 tight ends set. Again, we've not seen double tight ends all year long. It seems to be a new formation Coach Goss has put in this week. Cozy gets the ball, hands it number 2, and he's met at the line. He didn't get much if he got anything out of that one. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Red Raiders. And East Lawrence calls a timeout with 2 minutes and 1 second left on the half.
We'll take a break and send it back to the station here with your score. Bacon County 21. 2 minutes and 1 second remaining in the half here. And East Lawrence takes their second timeout of the night. And Lawrence timeout here. Our Red Raiders failed to convert on the 1st down, and we're sitting here at 4th and 7. There's 2 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the second quarter. The ball is on our 22-yard line, so we've got to punt the ball. Punt team comes out. Cozy batting back to punt. Been doing very well tonight.
Number 6, Jason Guest is the lone snapper, freshman lone snapper. He's done a great job all year, especially at being a freshman.
Yep. We'll see if they send a rush on the punt here. Nope.
Cozy gets it off. Not quite as long.
We'll get the spiral, but
a nice little roll, and he takes the bounce. He tries to get up top. He looks like he's got a wall of blockers up that way.
He does.
Let's see if we can catch him.
He's breaking free.
Oh, we finally bring him down. Number 29 finally trips him up.
At about the 25 here.
And man, they've got great field precision here. With 1:44 left in the half, they're going to take over again. Our defense, we've got them their heels on our end, or they got our heels on the end zone, and we've just got to step up big here and make some plays.
And one of the most consistent things that we've had this season has been our special teams, and and here we make a big costly mistake here with 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and we have given East Lawrence extremely good field position here.
We come with the 4-man front on defense. Quarterback takes and rolls out. He hits a guy out in the little flats area, and we run him out of bounds there. Looks like he's going to gain about 5 yards on the play. Add about 6 yards onto the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 4.
18-yard line here deep in our territory. Clock stops with him going out of bounds with 1:37 seconds. Score 21-21. We're tied up here trying to keep them out of the end zone before the half. Love to see an interception or a big mistake, fumble. Snap the ball.
Double reverse of number 3 around top. He got a blocker. Quarterback made a great block, and we do get him down, but not after he gained about 6-7 yards, enough for a first down, and it's going to bring up, I think, a first and goal situation.
I think the ball's spotted on the 10. So, yes, it will be first and goal. The ball's on the 10.
1:28 seconds left on the clock. Clock starts rolling. Quarterback's clapping. They hand it to number 4 at the middle, and we meet him right there, and he gets about a yard maybe. But
he jumped over the line of scrimmage, but once he hit the ground after that jump, he didn't go nowhere.
No, our guys walled him up really well. Man, looks like they look like they're going to give him about 3. I didn't think he got that far.
That's the line of screen. The offensive line must have got a good push there.
Yeah. But they line back up.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and goal.
They hand it off. He goes off the edge, and we bring him down before he gets into the end zone. Number 88 in on the tackle, McQuavius O'Neal, made a great tackle there and get him down to about the 1-yard line.
And they're going into a hurry-up offense here, Heath.
36 seconds left on the clock, and it's running. They got him in with a power package pretty much.
First time tonight, quarterback under center.
And we're going to call a time.
Yep, Bacon County's going to call a timeout, and a good timeout call here. Coach Regal coming on the field, our defensive coordinator. And this is our first timeout with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Just not able to bring him down. Oh, that was a football coming in. I was worried that there was a flag being thrown there, but it's hard to mistake a football for a flag, but don't know if it was the moon or the lights hitting on it. It was shining. East Lawrence going for the PAT. They're lined up. Snap is caught. Down. Kick is up. Middle of the uprights, and it's good. That's going to make the score. East Lawrence 28, Bacon County 21 here with 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We'll take another quick break here and send it back to the station at Classic Country.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
They're going up on our Red Raiders once again to take the lead, 28-21 over our Red Raiders here with 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter and the first half. I think I said the first quarter a while ago, Heath, so I want to correct myself. And
Joe, I promise you I ain't going to make fun of nobody no more after I've been doing this for about a year now.
It's not as easy as it seems.
But we're lined up to receive the ball. He does that little squib kick again.
Goes over one player.
We get a
through
nice
the
bounce
second.
into our hands. And he tries to break it outside. He's going to get to the edge.
And he's got the sideline. One man to beat, and the kicker
Oh,
brings
come on,
it.
man. That ought to be. There you go. Thank you,
Yes,
Ref.
sir.
That was definitely a horse collar, trying to take his helmet off,
Yes.
decapitation, whatever you want to call it. It was ugly there on the sideline. Great job by number 2, Travion Richardson, to move the ball into our territory. We only got 13 seconds left on the clock to see what our Red Raiders are going to do. And we're going to get moved down the field a little bit further, I think.
Yes,
so we're
sir.
going to get great field position here. They're going
Huge
to call face
mistake.
mask
Yeah.
on East Lawrence. So, again, that's going to move us a little bit closer. Could set us up. If we play this thing right, we could get 2 to 3 plays out of it.
Yeah, definitely. There's 13 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
We've got 2 timeouts left in the half. We're getting our guys lined up. They're marking off. We're on the near hash, closest to us in
Ball
the press
spotted
box.
on the 31-yard line here, deep in East Lawrence territory.
I know I've seen it before. East Lawrence, I feel like it's going to bring the house to get some pressure on Cozy.
I think here's another opportunity to release one of these tight ends, Heath.
Absolutely. Number 88, I don't see nobody even on top of
Yep.
him.
We drop back. We're going to deep.
Number 11 to
Top-
Dean. Oh, right over his fingertips, man. That was as pretty a pass as I've seen. Just a little bit out of Dean's reach.
Yep.
Great pass by Cozy Batten.
And it's a timing thing there, and I think the start of the route that it wasn't until about the middle of the route that Dean hit full speed, and that could be part of the whole timing process of it, but it was just a split out of time there.
And Cozy threw it where nobody else but
Yeah,
our
he
wide
did.
receiver is going to catch it. That's what you teach him to do. This young man's impressing me week in and week out about everything that he does. We line up again, low snap. We bobble it.
And they flush Cozy
Cozy's
out of
going to get to
pocket.
the outside.
And he's going to run
He's
out
going.
of.
Oh, man.
I don't know if he got out of bounds before the clock expired.
No, I think they're going to call a half right there. I thought he got out with 1 second left,
I
but
did
they
too.
didn't.
Hold
they
on.
didn't stop it.
I think he got out. No, they're sending them to the – no, White Hat's holding the ball up. I'm not sure. East Lawrence is going to the field house. Okay, they're sending them off, so they're saying that's going to be the end of the half, Heath.
Man, I thought Cozy got out of
did
bounds
too.
on that one.
Man.
Great job by Red Raiders here in the first half.
Oh, what an
the best
exciting.
game I know we played all year long in the first
Definitely.
half. These guys have come out. Been real impressed with Cozy Batten and his passing abilities here tonight.
Definitely. Tyron Dean's had a big night with several good catches here. We had one of our big tight ends. Heath had a scoring touchdown. Probably, to me, one of the highlight plays of the night. Anytime you see a big guy downfield like that, catch a pass and run in wide open for a score.
And, we're calling him a big guy, and he is a bigger guy, but he moves really well.
He does.
He's going to be a good player over the next few years for us here in Bacon County. If I'm not mistaken, he's just a sophomore, too.
Yeah. And you can definitely see some confidence building here with our Red Raiders, Heath, knowing coming in tonight. And, you look over on that sideline, and East Lawrence got, 60-plus players. They're not no small team by any means. At the start of the season, that's about where our Red Raiders were, numbers-wise. I think we're down to about 23, and, these boys just giving it their all here tonight. Things have, methodically worked their way down. We've been pretty consistent. A few series there, we had some mishaps, and we did the 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and then we kind of got back in the positive movement of things, and we were taking 3 and 4 steps forward and continue that positive momentum, and we're able to convert that into some touchdowns. And, man, an exciting night here to score 28-21. East Lawrence leading our Red Raiders, but, this is something we've all really prayed for, Heath.
That's
I know
right.
I have, for these young men and just everything they've been through this season, and see them play as hard as they've been playing. And you want to see some success on the field for these young men and things to finally come together. And, I know the scoreboard says East Lawrence leading, but right now, our Red Raiders seen them going off. They were pumping the crowd up as they were walking off here to the field house at the half. And, I'm just glad to see that excitement, see them excited, and they need some good things happening, Heath.
Yeah, and we talked about it. These guys, they're coming in and day out, and they're working.
Yes.
They're working to get better. They're working to show progress on the field. And tonight we're seeing progress.
Yep.
We're seeing good things happen because we're working hard during the week.
Absolutely.
These guys are going to have to come back out and talk about defense a lot tonight, having to step up, and they've stepped up over the last few series. They're going to have to come back out at halftime and step up and get us the ball back and give us a chance to go down there and tie this thing
I
up.
want to ask you, did you feel, even though they scored here, we were putting some pressure on them defensively, and I almost felt a little bit like East Lawrence kind of wearing down a little bit. Like they were playing a little slower. They weren't firing off the line quite as hard until they got down here to the 1 yard line, and then we seen them really push hard and dig deep. But that whole series coming down, they are moving a little slower. I hope maybe our guys are more in shape than they are.
Well, we hurt ourselves on that punt.
We did. We did.
Not having the coverage downfield like we needed to. We gave him way too much room, I think, because we thought he was going to bounce. But it bounced up perfectly in his hands, and you gave number 4 a chance to run the ball. He's going to get some yardage out of it. And, again, he caught the wall up top.
And now, entering the field, the Bacon County Raider Regiment. The Raider Regiment will be presenting their 2021 show titled Moana, featuring the songs We Know the Way, Shining, How Far I'll Go, and You're Welcome. This year's drum majors are Julie Moore and Rachel Swift. They are assisted by Ava Barnes. The soloists tonight include Alyssa Cooper, Cadence Thomas, Jesse Griffin, and Alyssa Kirkland. The band would like to thank their major sponsors, Clean Air and Electric, and Alma Nursery and Blueberry Farms, along with many who have sponsored the meals. Tonight's meals were provided by Douglas Chapel Baptist Church. Drum majors, Senior Julie Moore and Rachel Swift. Is your band ready? Raider Regiment, it's time! You may now begin your performance.
fantastic deli at the friendly store, 1022 South Pierce Street, Alma, where your business is appreciated.
Raider Nation, welcome to our senior band member spotlight. On tonight's show, I have Miss Cadence Thomas. And Cadence, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
So, Cadence, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is your mom and dad?
My mom and dad is Kathy Thomas and Justin Thomas.
Okay. And, how many years have you been in the band, Cadence?
I've been in band since 6th grade. But
awesome.
All 8 years.
All 8 years. So that tells me that you definitely enjoy it very much, and you're a good player. So, what instrument do you play?
I play trumpet.
Play trumpet. All right, very good instrument. Very good. Who would you say is your favorite band teacher or assistant? Band.
I'd have to say Mr. Blake Martin.
Okay.
He helps us with any trumpet needs that we have, or just anything that we're struggling on, and he's very considerate of, like, if we are struggling with something in general.
Yeah. I know Mr. Blake very well. I go to church with him, and that man can flat sing as well. I don't know if
See, I needed mine the other day. I had a Boston butt cookie, and we got tied up with people. And I was calling home. I needed them to turn it off, and I couldn't get a hold of nobody. I'm like, golly, and I couldn't go neither. And it's just, if I'd had the app on my phone, I could have just, boom, turned it off.
3-hour-long practices, and we finally get performed. Probably one of my favorites.
Okay. All right. And, yeah, it's always exciting to see all that hard work come together and see that finished product on the field.
half of football, it was back and forth here between East Laurens and our Raiders, and East Laurens ended the half ahead of our Raiders here with a score of 28-21, and we will have to kick the ball to them. So we need a good defensive series here. We don't want them to go 2 scores up on us, Heath. We've kind of struggled to stop them in their offensive series, but here late in the second quarter we did have 2 good stops, and but we got to continue that progression here in the second half, and we've got to make some defensive stops on them if we're going to have any success here tonight and come out victorious.
Yeah, we don't need to fall 2 scores behind at any point in this game. Our defense, we know, has got to step up big, and they know that it's been a tall task. It's been an offensive battle all night long. Neither defense seems to be able to find their foothold yet.
Yep.
But again, our Red Raiders came up with 2 different stops on 2 different series, and you know, the times that we've kind of got stopped on the offensive side of the ball, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. So, you know, if we can get a stop here and let our offense back on the field and let them kind of do what they were doing before the half, we put ourselves in a pretty good scenario to come away here with a victory here tonight.
Oh, definitely, Heath. And Heath, I got to give a good shout out here, man. I'm super excited. We had the drawing for our $1,000 Traeger grill here, sponsored by our Red Raider Touchdown Club, and in support with Morris Ace Hardware. It's for the Duck Taylor Scholarship Fund. All proceeds go to the scholarship fund to assist in the one player, the most outstanding player on the field through the season is awarded this opportunity to win this scholarship, and that's in the classroom and on the field, the most outstanding Red Raider. And so we drew here tonight, and I'm excited to announce Miss Kylie Griffin was the winner of the Traeger Grill, and congratulations to Miss Kylie. I know she's super excited. I was at the meeting last night when she bought her single ticket, and she said, man, I've been wanting one of these things so bad, and she said, I'm going to break down and buy a ticket, and she bought a ticket, and that one ticket was a winner. That's all it takes.
That's right, and we appreciate everybody that came out and bought one to help out with this scholarship. It's something, you know, we honor a legendary Red Raider, Coach Duck Taylor, for his work that he done in the community all those years, and he always gave back to the youth.
Oh, definitely.
And the way that we continue his legacy is to do something like this, and it takes folks coming out and buying these tickets. And we've been fortunate enough over the years that I've been involved in it to have plenty of money raised to help a kid go on to college to the next level, to pay for some education, his books, or whatever it may be. So it's definitely an honor just to be part of that legacy that's continued on here in Bacon County.
And Heath, when I moved to Bacon County, how I found 3 hands real quick, but the first 3 people I met coming to Bacon County other than my in-laws, one was Duck Taylor, and number 2 was my next-door neighbor, John DeLoach, and number 3 was Mr. Leroy Carver. And couldn't ask for 3 harder-nosed, die-hard Red Raider guys, and, man, I'm so glad to see us continue that tradition of a lot of us call him Uncle Duck Taylor or Duck Taylor, and but he was coach.
Well, for me, I would say for me, he was coach.
And many times, even when I coach rec ball, he'd come down even after he's retired, and he'd give them pep-up speeches. I'm like, good gracious, Coach,
he'd make you want to put the helmet on in a hurry.
Yes, sir. So we're starting here in the third quarter, and our Red Raiders lined up to kick off the East Laurens. We're set up to pooch, and we do it. So
nice high pooch kick. And we ball the ball. And we got the ball. Woo! Who come up with it? Number 25 came up with the ball. Josiah Brown made a nice little, got in the guy's face. He didn't hit him because he caught a fair catch.
Yep.
But he kind of had to reach over Josiah to make the catch, and he balled the ball, and our Red Raiders take over right here. That's a great way to start the half, Joe.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that ball, it was extremely short. You know, it went 20 yards, I think, up, and it went 20 yards deep. There's some discussion going on down here, and it is our ball. It's Red Raider ball.
Yeah, coach he's all the way on the hash marks trying to plead his case, and, boy, he ain't happy a bit. Our Red Raiders will take over.
You can call for fair catch, but you got to come down.
You got to catch the ball. That's right. So we run twins up top. Cozy batting at quarterback. JoJo is at our running back, double tight end. We go to hand off to Josiah, or pulls a fake.
And did we jump? And up top at maybe Tyron Dean up at the receiver position up here jumped early.
No, he's pointing to the sideline. So I don't know
and
what
I
they're
see our
thinking.
guys clapping. Either their coach said something or it's going to be a sideline warning. We'll see.
Let's see what their white hat calls sideline warning. Or see if it's a warning. It's against East Lawrence, and East Lawrence is actually moving back.
And it wasn't a warning.
No, that wasn't a warning there.
No, they marching it off, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty in the first down for our Red Raiders.
No,
it's
like
a 15-yard
penalty.
Wow. So
that is a costly
yes,
penalty
it is.
right there.
And that's on the head coach, man.
That starts our Red Raiders. We're going to start it there in our 25-yard line, or their 25-yard line. We got twins up top, double tight ends. We brought number 2 in at running back. We go, hand it off. He catches the middle,
and we find a
hole
hole
inside. He's trying to get to the end zone.
We're going to get the corner and score, but I think
got a flag. I think he's going to come back on a hold call.
We got underneath one of their defensive linemen, and that's going to come back. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Great run. Great block by our offensive line other than the hold call. Man, you hate to give them one like that after they gave us so much. But a great run, great way, to start the half off.
And good vision by our back there, Heath, to cut back to the bottom side here and just had plenty of room to just walk in to that corner pylon untouched.
And we called Travion Richardson that lightning in the bottle. He stepped up a few weeks ago right after half and started making plays. And here again, right after half, he's coming out. Looked like number 11, Tyron Dean, had a little limp to him as he was trotting out there. They go twins back, go to handoff. Cozy pulls it. And
he's going to go nowhere.
He's going to go nowhere. The tight end or the defensive end come off that end. I believe if Cozy would have handed it off to number 2, he'd have been able to beat him because that defensive end was coming in crashing hard.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 20 here for our Red Raiders. The ball is spotted on the East Lawrence 36.
Probably one of the few mistakes I've seen Cozy make at pulling that ball or holding or letting it go of it. Since he's been running this offense. We got trips up top. Travion stays back in the backfield with Cozy. Cozy gets the ball. He goes pull. They swat it down. Cozy tried to hit that little slant pass, and he had a guy wide open there in the slant.
We sure did, but they blitzed 2 guys on that play. They come in untouched.
Yep.
They sent the house.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and a mile for our Red Raiders here. We need to make some moves right here and capitalize on the field position they gave us. Again, we done the little pooch kick. We recovered the pooch kick.
I call same play, Heath.
Yeah.
Same play.
They're
not putting any safeties back deep.
And we got Cozy.
They are backing up now.
They do drop back a little bit. We put Tyron in motion. We go hand off to number 2, and he's trying to grab the edge, and, man, they're going to wrap him up for a loss there of about 4. No, they're about 2. They only marked him down about 2 yards. But that's going to bring up a long 4th down play.
Yeah, it's going to be about 4th and 23.
And looks like we're going to run the punt team in and try to pin them deep here, Joe.
Yeah.
With 10 minutes and 48, clock's running down 45 seconds here in the 3rd quarter.
We were not able to capitalize on East Lawrence mistakes here and just shooting ourselves in the foot. And let's hope our defense can make up for our offense not being able to make anything happen on this series.
Yeah, we opened up with a great play and a great
And you got to look for a fake right here, kind of in that position. We do punt it.
Nice little punt, end over end. Down it. There you go. Woo, we down it on the 1-yard line.
Great special teams play.
I thought for a second there he was going to let it roll too much.
But he did get it down on the 1-yard line, and, boy, we've got them backed up deep here now.
And that was number 36, DeAnthony Green. Great play, great awareness to get everything he could get out of it. Like I said, I thought he was going to let it roll too much, but he did a great job on that play. Great job by that young man on coverage. We talked about it right before half. They beat us on coverage on a punt. So we stepped up here, and we pinned them deep.
I would love to see Mr. Tyler Thomas break through back here and get us a safety on this play.
Absolutely. You know, they're going to run at twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top. Quarterback's clapping.
They snap.
looks back.
drops
We don't have
he's
nobody.
looking to pass, and he rolls out of the pocket, and we miss
Missing
tackle.
and he slides down there after a first down. It looks like he's going to gain about 11 yards on the play, so that's going to
be enough for East Lawrence first down. They're
moving the chains.
Ball's on the 11-yard line.
We didn't bring any pressure, it don't look like, on that play. I'd like to see us bring some pressure on that. Unfortunate that he didn't get no more than what he got. Number 18, Knox Ledbetter, was in on the tackle. We go hand off to number 4 again, and we stop him, but he gains about 6 yards on the play. Knox Ledbetter was in on that tackle also.
They spotted in our favor. He must have had a knee down, Heath, so it was about a 4-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball is on the 16-yard line here. Got 9 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
East Lawrence runs trips up top. One wide receiver backed up about in the running back depth. He goes in motion. Jet sweep to him out to the top side, and they try to get a block, and they shoestring tackle by number 6, Josiah Brown.
And he did a Superman lunge there at the end of that run.
But enough for a first down for East Lawrence. Our Red Raider defense, we're trying to make a stand here. We need it bad right here for them to hold on and not let them punch one in here on us.
Ball's on East Lawrence 25 here, so they still got, a lot of field still to cover.
That's right.
We just got to make some stops and slow them down.
Again, they got that wide receiver back at the running back depth, single wide receiver on each end, slot back, blocking running back with one running back. Man goes in motion.
And he
fumbles the ball.
He
gets outside of us. And he trying to go and finally run him out of bounds.
He has made our guys miss every time in the backfield except once tonight. I think we've had one sack on him. But he is very good to make a one-step drop and make our guys miss.
And when he drops the ball, he's one of the few guys I've seen be able to pick it up on the run like he has usually. You would think we'd get a bounce along the way somewhere that would help us out. But he's done a really good job picking the ball up and making something out of nothing.
He must have some big old hands because he has not bobbled that ball on the ground at all.
No. Kind of same formation, single wide receiver each way.
High snap.
We hand it off.
Up the middle. He breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles, spin move, and falls down after about a 16-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring them down to they're going to spot the ball on the 42-yard line. 43, they add another yard to it.
Travion Richardson had him around the ankles and finally brought him down.
It's first down and 10, balls on the 43, still in East Lawrence territory. They're knocking on the door trying to get into Bacon County territory here with 8 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter. East Lawrence leading 28-21. They hand the bottom off to the bottom side here. He cuts back up. We strip it.
And we strip the ball out. Number 19.
The Raiders recovered the ball with a strip here, son. I'm talking about the basketball move, son.
I'm talking about Cozy Batten just took it straight out of his hands.
Yes, sir.
He didn't even know what happened to it.
No, sir.
Great job by number 19, Cozy Batten.
And he went in straight for the ball.
Absolutely. He made a play on that ball to turn that over. Great job by our defense.
And we're going to take over here in East Lawrence territory. The ball is on the 46-yard line, and we've got a chance for some Red Raider offense redemption.
We've done good starting the second half, and they're into the field. We need to stay down there. We need to drive the ball and come away with a score here with 8:05 left in the third quarter. We've got twins up top, double tight tight ends. Cozy calls for the ball. He fakes. He draws back.
Just overthrow.
Just overthrew number 11, Tyron Dean.
And I like the route that he had there, Heath, and put it in a position where they couldn't make a play on the ball either.
Yep.
But a great little route.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I've seen that route. And I may just be missing it, but that was a little different wrinkle.
It looked like he ran a little post pattern there, and he had the inside leverage on him. And, again, like, you're teaching your quarterback, just throw it to where that defending guy can't get to it. But it was just out of the outstretched hands of our wide receiver on that play.
Yes, sir.
Hand it off to number 2, and he's got the middle. He trying to get around a couple of guys. He runs over one guy.
Lowers his head.
And, man, he just bulldozes over for a first down for our Red Raiders down about the 49-yard.
About a 13-yard gain on the play. It looks like we're going to spot the ball. They're bringing it back. Man, bringing it back to the 32. Man, I thought that we were down on the 30, but.
And Tyron Dean comes out. We noticed him having a little bit of limp.
Still enough for a Red Raider first down.
Absolutely.
First down and 10, balls on East Lawrence 32 here. Red Raiders trying to put another score on the board here tonight with 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
We've got twins up top, double tight end set. We've ran that a lot tonight. One running back, number 2, back in the backfield. Cozy pulls it.
And nowhere.
And don't go nowhere with it. Our line just let the guy through.
And again, if he gives to the ball on that play, nobody was up there, Heath, and he's running downfield. I think we got another 8, 9, 10-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and what you see, 12.
It looks like about 12 yards. It could be close to a 13. We got a wide receiver down there tapping his arms like he wants the ball. Cozy back in the backfield, one running back, twins up top. Bad snap, but it goes right into our running back hand, and he tries to get to the outside, and he's fighting, and they finally force him out of bounds.
He was fighting. We got a flag. Looks like it. I wonder if this is going to go against East Lawrence.
No, I think it's going to be us. We've got to, again, that discipline we talk about. We've got to have it all year long or all game long. And I think it's going to cost us a little bit here on this run as he tried to get everything he could. And, you know, we got a little tested there at the end of it. They're going to call it on us. They're going to back us up a long ways, and that's going to set us up.
Yeah, he had 2 guys on him pulling him out of bounds there, and when they got him out of bounds, they wasn't letting go, and he was, trying to get them guys off of him.
Yeah. And we talk about a lot of times in the coaching realm, it's usually not the first guy that does it. It's the one that retaliates, and he got the retaliation side of it. It was a bad snap. Fortunately, it went into his hands, and he tried to make something out of it.
And that's going to bring the ball back to the 50-yard line, and it's going to bring up second down and forever here.
A country mile. We got twins 10, up 15, top.
20, 25, 26, 27, 28.
We hand it off to Travion Richardson. He tries to find the edge, and there's nothing there for him right now. Them guys are on East Lawrence are pinning their ears back, and they're just trying to come through our line.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard loss on the play. It's going to back us up to the Bacon County 46. And that's going to be third down and 30.
And we started on their side of the 50, and we've killed ourselves and moved ourselves back into real deep territory here. As Brett Favre, when he would have this, would just rear back and sling it just as far as he could. The referees or umpires are coming together to have a conversation about something. And the clock's still running. Why is the clock still running, guys?
Not sure. It's 5 minutes and 48 seconds. Yeah, there should have been the white hats.
Wow, man, this is I've never seen nothing like that. They ran off about 15 seconds here.
More than that, Heath.
With the coach on the field, and they didn't do nothing about it. They go to hand off to number 6, JoJo, and he finds him a hole. He's trying to get something. He gets up to the 50-yard line. He gets about 5 yards on the play.
That's going to bring up fourth down and about 20, 25.
I mean, it's going to bring on the punt team.
Yeah.
And you see if Cozy can pin them deep.
50.
He did a great job last time pinning them deep. Let's see if he can pin them deep here.
They send one man back, number 3, to field the punt here for East Lawrence.
We're down to 10 seconds left on the play clock. We're trying to get guys lined up.
5 seconds. Got to get the snap off 3.
Nice snap.
They put
nice
pressure
end over end.
We got, and it takes
nice
a good Red Raider bounce. And it turns back uphill for East Lawrence, and we are going to down the ball
on about the 16-yard line. So that's where our Red Raiders will take over. Or that's where they're going defense at.
So East Lawrence.
on the play.
And it looks like holding on this top side up here. Is that number 0? It is. And that's going to bring them back and be a pretty costly 10-yard penalty, and I will take it right now.
Absolutely. That just wipes away a touchdown. Again, we've done had one called back on us for holding. And it looks like they're going to have one. And again, it's going to help us definitely. Our defense needed a help on that one there. Our guy on the outside was doing everything he could to get out away from him, but just being held, and they called it.
And they spot the ball on the 25-yard line.
And they got twins up top, run a guy in motion, fake the sweep, and he goes right up the middle. We got a hold of his jersey, and we finally wrap him up.
Man, he's going to get about we got a flag
coming in, late hit. We had a guy coming in full speed and just hit the pile after the whistle was blown. So that's going to go against Bacon County right there.
The ball is spotted on the 10-yard line. That's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down.
But I think
after this penalty, I think we're fixing to give them a first down.
Yeah, I think it's going to go probably half a distance of a goal.
Yeah.
And like you said, it definitely will do a first down there, bringing up 1st and goal at that point.
With the ball on the 5.
Yep. With 3:48 left in the third quarter, our Red Raiders are down.
No, it's against them.
Wow.
Unless he signaled that the wrong way.
No, they're moving it back.
Yes, sir.
I sure thought it was our guy diving in on the pile there late.
Did not see that.
Hence the reason I ain't got the zebra stripes on. I'd have made the wrong call on that one.
Well, they saw something you and I didn't see.
That's right. So that backs them up. It's 1st
and 20.
And 20.
Ball's on the 25. 19. 1st and 19.
They fake the handoff. That little quarterback, he gets to the outside edge. He's trying to get there. Man, he lowers his head and just tries to run over our guy. But he makes a great stop. Instead of getting ran over, he just kind of made the tackle like he needed to. That was number 36, DeAnthony Green.
He gets the ball all the way back to the 15. 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
2nd down, and looks like about 9 here. Our defense is holding on as hard as they can. They're trying to keep these Falcons out of the end zone. They run single wide receivers on both sides. They got a wide receiver kind of off the pile a little bit about running back depth. They've been running a little jet sweep. They put him in motion, and they fake a jet sweep. Counter play number 4, and we wrap him up.
4 wraps him up. We bring him down.
Great play by our offensive lineman.
Yep.
And it looks like we're calling for the ball.
They're saying he was down.
Looks like they said he was down.
So
but great play by our defensive line right here to step up big, number 60.
Kept him to only a 1-yard gain on the play.
Tyler Thomas and number 74, Caleb Griffin.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Done a great job swallowing that big man up. He ain't had many runs where he didn't get too far tonight.
That's right.
So good to see our defense stepping up big here. Let's see if we can hold them here. I don't know if they got much of a kicker or not. They ain't showing much on the kickoff, so it might be 2-down territory for them. He rolls out to the side.
To the bottom side, and he's going to throw. Oh, and he called
catch it. Ball? Yes, they calling the reception, but I don't know if they're calling the touchdown yet.
They're saying he's on the 1-inch.
The 1-inch line, no touchdown yet. He didn't make the reception, and that's going to bring up 1st down for East Lawrence.
So it's 1st and goal. The ball is on the half-yard.
Half-yard line.
Yep, half-yard line.
It looks like they're going to run in their big package. They're probably going to run right under center and just try to plow it in there.
Sneak.
Yeah, just plow it in there. Yep. He's going to lean forward. And that's what he does. He dives straight in, but they're calling a whistle, and they got a flag over there on the far side.
False start. Offense.
Wow.
So that's going to back them up.
You know, that makes a coach just livid right there. I think our defense line, they submarined and done everything they were supposed to do. It looks fortunately looks like it's fitting to back them up.
And they got a player took his helmet off over here. So who called a timeout? I see Coach Goss looking at the officials saying, like, what's going on?
Well, I don't. Never mind, I do. This is the bunch we have from Long County. And
I think so. So Not sure who called a timeout, but we'll take a break here and send it back to the station, and we'll be back to you shortly here on Classic Country.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Is coming off the field, they hopping and skipping. Great 2 downs there by our defense to make a huge stand. And those 2 plays, I know we got to make a stop, but I'm glad to see these boys excited and and putting this hard in here. And man, they are trying hard here tonight.
We talked about it at the pregame. These guys got heart.
They do.
They're fighting hard. You got a kid out there, he's probably 60, 70 pounds lighter than everybody else and about 8 inches smaller than everybody else.
Yep.
And he's right in the middle of the pile trying to make a pile, not letting nobody in there. I've noticed him a couple of times. He's one of the last ones getting up out of the bottom of the pile. So that tells you the heart of our Red Raiders right here tonight. They're doing everything in their power to hold the Falcons out of the end zone right here. With 39 seconds left in the third quarter, our Red Raiders are down 21 to 28. I'm telling you, done got excited now, Joe.
3rd and goal, the ball on the 1-yard line. East Lawrence coming back up, and they do not go to this design quarterback sneak play.
No. They're going back to the spread. They got twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top. And they call for it. And he goes number 4, walks in for a East Lawrence touchdown with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. That's going to put them up by 2 scores, Joe.
Yeah, and they just snuck him out of the backfield. None of our guys, I don't think, had their eye on the ball. They were, again, expecting something, that dive play right up the middle. And
well, it's been, that play they've been running all night long. I don't know why they ever went away from it to start with. If it's that successful, why change it? But our Red Raiders were lined up to try to block this PAT. And they get it off, and it does go right through the uprights for another point.
So that's going to bring the score. East Lawrence 35, Bacon County 21 here with 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And we will take a break here and send it back to the station on Classic Country 104.3.
They do a little onside kick, and they call a penalty.
I think they jumped off.
Yeah. But Swainsboro's up by 1 point over Jeff Davis, 15-14 over there. And that's for the region championship,
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
not mistaken.
That's right, it is.
So that's definitely a battle going on over there in the Pinelands, as they call it. But our Red Raiders have lined up to receive the kick. East Lawrence jumped or ran offside there, ran across the line before the kicker kicked it, and they looked like they were going to try to go onside to the backside.
That's going to back them up to the 30 here. No, 35. Okay. Kicker stepping off his steps here, getting in position.
And again, we've not seen him go deep. He's done nothing but squib kicks all night. He got a little leg into that one. And JoJo goes back to get it.
He bobbles a little
bit.
It. Cuts to the top side, to the sideline.
And, man, he's trying to get everything he can. He's still going. He's still on his feet.
He broke free.
And, man, he brought it all the way up to about the 46, 47-yard line. That was a great run by JoJo to never
quit. How did he get out of there?
I don't know, man. That was just a no-quit attitude out of JoJo on that.
And he was right on the sideline up there, so I was just.
And they were on top of it. The referees were on top of everything, so they saw if he went out of bounds or not. But great run by JoJo there. Again, we talked about it.
Yeah,
this Red Raider bunch has no quit in them.
No, they bottled him up, but he did. He shocked me on that run. On that return.
I didn't think we were going to get a very good return out of that, and JoJo done everything he could to make a great return out of it. And let's see if our Red Raiders can get going on offense. With 25 seconds left in the third quarter, our Red Raiders are down 35-21 over East Lawrence.
Ball's on the 46-yard line here in Bacon County territory. First down and 10.
We've got twins down at the bottom. Our double tight end set. One running back in the backfield. Cozy Batten back at quarterback. He takes the ball, hands it off to number 2. And, man, they're eating our line up right now.
Especially on that side.
Yep. We've got we talked about it all the time with our line, it seems like. And, again, I tell my son all the time, if you're on the offensive line, you're going to be the first one to blame. We got to put some hands on these guys and just keep driving them back. But it looks like we're going to let the third quarter wind all the way down, and we're going to start over in the fourth quarter here.
So that's going to bring up the end of the third quarter here with East Lawrence up over our Red Raiders with a score of 35-21. And we will take it back to the station to Mr. Paul here at the end of the third here on Classic Country 104.3.
When life throws you unexpected expenses, visit the people who help people do life. First, Franklin Alma can help you financially get back on track, get ahead, and continue doing what you like to do. Life can cost money, and the folks at First Franklin Alma can be there to assist you. Visit them, 416 South 50th Street in Alma, and give them a call at 632-8615. The Dairy Queen U.S. One in Alma is where you'll find hotties and cool treats. Stop by today for a hot dog, chili dog, or slaw dog, delicious hamburger, sandwich, or chicken split basket. Plus, at the Dairy Queen, you'll find seafood, shakes, and sundaes, ice creams, and blizzards. You're going to love the food at Dairy Queen U.S. One in Alma.
The interception wasn't really his fault. The guy just read it good.
Raider Nation, welcome back. Here started the fourth quarter. East Lawrence up 35-21 over our Red Raiders. Second down and 13. We've got the ball on the 43-yard line. We hand it off. We find a hole. We stiff arm, and we get to the sideline, and they're going to push us out at about the 36, 37. That's going to be enough for a Red Raider first down, and no flags on the play.
Great job by Travion Richardson to get outside. Nice stiff arm there, and we're running them to the line. Cozy's trying to get everybody lined up as quick as he can. We got twins up top, 2 tight end set. Cozy surveys.
And, man,
and hands off again. And, man, he's trying to zig and zag, and, man, we ain't getting nothing out of it.
I don't see how they wasn't a jump off sides on that play. None of our offensive linemen had even moved. Oh, goodness. He hurt his hand. I think somebody stepped on his hand.
Yeah.
There'll be no gain on the play. The ball's still on the 38-yard line here in East Lawrence territory. 11 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Clock continuing to roll.
We've got Twins up top, 2 tight end set, 1 running back in the backfield. We hand it off to JoJo, man. He just ate up right there where he's getting the ball. You know, we're down by 2, and I'd like to see us air this thing out a little bit, Joe, just to get them to be a little bit more honest. They're pinning their ears back there on the line and coming through there.
It's going to be a 1-yard loss on the play. Heath spot ball back on the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
And we're behind the chains already here where we need to be moving the other way. We're moving the wrong way. We get them to jump right there. So that's going to move them forward, move us forward about 5 yards.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
I'm a firm believer that hard snap a lot of times will give us a yard. In a game like this where everybody's emotions are up and we're not paying attention to the ball like we're supposed to. So a great call there by our coaching staff and a great job by our offensive line and everything just to stay still. But we go back with our double tight end set, Twins up top. As he gets the ball, and he pulls it up the middle. He makes the miss, and he just lowers his head, and he's trying to drive now. And he gets all the way up to about the 25-yard line, and that should be enough for a Red Raider 1st down.
Yes, sir. Going to be about a 7-yard gain on the play. Great run by Cozy and great vision there. He found a good hole and was able to just get up and get to that linebacker core, and they stood him up, but he never went down on that play.
That's, again, the same formation, 2 tight ends into the game. Twins up top. They jump again. So that's going to move them or move us another 5 yards closer to the end zone. Hey, we'll take all those penalties they want to give us all night long.
Yes, sir. He's going to bring the ball down to the 20. It'll be 1st down and 5. Here the ball on the 20 in East Lawrence territory.
10 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. Our Red Raiders are trailing. We need to put a couple of scores on the board here.
Yeah, we're trailing by 2 touchdowns.
We've got Twins up top. Hands it off to JoJo. He kind of stumbles a little bit going to the line, and he might have got a couple of yards. Looks like they're going to mark him off about 3 yards, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 situation there, Joe, or long 3 or long 2.
East Lawrence I thought they had a player down, but he was kneeled down over there. He got back up. Got a new back in. Travion replacing JoJo here in the backfield.
9:33 left in the game. 2 tight end set. Looking to throw. Got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown! Oh! In and out of his hands. Wow, I thought he brought that down, but man, the defender swatted it right out of his hands as he come down. Great throw. Great effort by number 11, Tyron Dean.
Just wasn't able to hold it all the way through, Heath.
Woo, I thought that was a score, Joe.
I did too.
And Tyron's out there rolling his hands saying, hey, let's do that again, Coach. Yeah. Let me have another chance at it tonight, Coach. This is senior night. Let's give this man a chance. They try a hard count, and they don't fall for it this time.
Clock continues to roll.
It's 3rd down.
Sorry, that was incomplete. We're at 9 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
3rd down and about 2 for our Red Raiders. Travion Richardson's back at running back. He switches sides, and we call a timeout now. We had the play clock running down, and we had to call a quick timeout there. I think that'll be our first one of the half, Joe.
Yes, it is, Heath. And so on this Red Raider timeout, East Lawrence leading 35-21 over our Red Raiders with 9 minutes and 22 seconds, and we'll send it back.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Here, 9 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. It's 3rd down and 2. Our Red Raiders take the snap, hand it off to number 2.
And man, they get him in the backfield. They are just pinning their ears back on that our defensive line and just blowing our offensive line up, and we're not able to go nowhere.
It's a 3-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5.
I mean, we definitely didn't need that at that moment. We needed to push them guys out of there. We're going to run in another running back. bring Travion off the field. Again, not a lot he could have done. He just didn't have no room to even get going on that play. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5 for our Red Raiders on the 20-yard line. We really need to punch this in. We got trips up top, one running back, one tight end down here on the bottom side. Low snap, we bobble it. Quick. He picks it up, throws it quick.
Breaks a tackle.
Makes a tackle. He's driving him in there. Number 11, Tyron Dean makes a touchdown on a great run by Tyron Dean.
Had 3 guys on him, and they just could not bring him down. He was not going to be denied of that touchdown here tonight.
Absolutely. That young man, he is enjoying senior night for sure here in Bacon County, and he's putting his team on the shoulder and saying, hey, come on, guys, let's go.
And that's what our senior leaders do, Heath. And
Absolutely.
so proud of that young man on that play right there, and he deserved every bit of it.
And we line up in that swinging gate type PAT or extra point try. We're going to see if we're going to go for 2. We have gone for 2 and was successful one time already. But it looks like Tyron's getting them set up, and we're going to go for a field goal PAT right here. Abraham steps it off. Looks like they jumped outside, and looks like we got Peter, and he throws it.
Overthrows JoJo here in the back corner of the end zone.
There was no flag. How did no flag? The guy was behind the ends. He was behind our line when they got it.
Wow.
That's crazy right there. But a great job on Tyron to be alert to try to get that play off. And we got a coach standing in the middle field with his arms up and like, what in the world, guys?
Everybody in this stadium is standing here with their arms out like, what in the world?
Yeah. That didn't make no sense to us. But our Red Raiders, we did go down the field, and we got a score there. We were down 35-27 with 8:25 left in the game.
No, we were down 35-21, so we put 6 more on the board, bringing it to 35-27.
Sorry.
That's okay. Hey,
just excited, man. Just excited.
Got every reason to be
That was
excited.
a great play right there. Just to watch Tyron tonight just have a game that he's been wanting to have all season long. He's done great here tonight.
Wow. Looks like they just put a final score up on Jeff Davis and Swainsboro. Swainsboro victorious, 1 point ahead, 15-14 over Jeff Davis.
Now, I knew that was going to be a battle over there. But after watching Swainsboro last week, I think we all talked about it and talked about it a couple of times throughout the week. That's probably one of the fastest teams I've seen in a long time.
And they had so many skilled players on that team all over the field. Just unbelievable talent that they got. And, again, no huge size like before. They had the 2 twins that were just kind of monstrous that both went to North Carolina.
North Carolina State.
Yes, and but nobody that size anywhere on the field, but my goodness, they were fast and physical.
Man, Abraham looks like he's lining up for that pooch kick, and we do pooch kick it. And he gets number 3, and he takes it to the top side, and he's trying to get to the outside.
He's got speed
some
on
speed, man.
He got some blocks. And
Abraham finally knocks him out of bounds, made a great play there by our kicker. But, man, it puts them deep into our territory here.
On the 34.
It was not what we needed to start that possession right here. But our defense is going to take the field.
Something I think they've seen, and he's done every time on the pooch kick, is we kick it down here to the bottom side. He goes to the top every time.
Yep. But our defense will try to keep them out of the end zone here. 8:17 left in the clock. Our Red Raiders are down 35-27. We're trying to run players on the field. The whistle blows. They've got twins up top, 1 wide receiver down at the bottom. He calls for the ball in the design play off the sweep. He's got to open it.
Breaks the tackle.
Breaks the tackle.
1 man to beat, and he's going to run in.
He's going to walk into the end zone.
So bound.
Again, we saw that last week against Swainsboro. They hurt us a lot over there. But
we got a hold. That's coming back.
They have helped us a lot here on those plays. Again, it was something that we knew was on film. That got hurt a lot on last week by Swainsboro, and they seem to be trying to do the same thing, is just get to the outside of us and make us make the tackle. But they got a hold, and it's going to back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to mark them off, and it's going to bring up about a first down and about 15 here And the ball looks to be on the 37-yard line. East Lawrence comes out. 2 twins on each side. Down at the two twins on top, 2 twins on the bottom. Man in motion. He kind of shuffles there at the end. They go, hand off to number 4. And we hit him in the backfield and bring him down, number 88. Great tackle by Quavius O'Neal.
Going to be a 2-yard loss on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 15. Now for East Lawrence, the ball spotted on the 40-yard line. Defense stepping up big here. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. East Lawrence 35, Bacon County 27.
Now they got twins up top, 1 wide receiver down at the bottom. Slot back right behind the tackle. Now back snap. He picks it up. He's looking to throw. He's got a man wide open.
Yep, we
bring him out of bounds again. Our guy broke coverage to try to get there to him, and he found the guy wide open again. I've never seen a quarterback that can pick a ball up like he's picked it up tonight. He's made some great plays on busted plays, and he's hurt us a lot of times with our guys breaking coverage trying to get back here to the ball.
Going to be about a 9-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 here.
Just like about 6.
Yep. 3rd down and 6 for East Lawrence.
They run twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top. Calls for the ball. He fakes it, goes up the middle. And then we hit him, and he keeps driving his feet, and we bring him down. Looks like it could be short of the 1st down, though, Joe.
Yeah, it was about a 5-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down or 4th down and 1. The ball is on the 25-yard line. So they got a decision here. They're going to go for it here. This 4-down territory.
Oh, absolutely. And our Red Raider defense, we're going to have to step up big on this play. Looks like they're going to run in that under center bunch play. Well, never mind. They're dropping back now. Number 4, they got twins up top, and they call a timeout. Undoubtedly, the coach didn't see what he wanted to see. He's livid over there.
Yeah, they didn't line up right. He is letting them know how upset he is.
With 6:38 left in the game, East Lawrence.
East Lawrence up 41-27, and a touchdown we did not need right now.
No, definitely did not need that at all.
Yep, and they stretched this out again. Every time they do this, Heath, they've been successful. And you called it earlier. You said, I don't know why they quit running this, because it's just we've not been able to stop it.
He's gotten 4 to 5 yards off of it every time, and in that case there, like you said, there was nobody even touched him. I don't even think he got any wind on him from anybody.
East Lawrence with the PAT up, and it's good. That's going to be East Lawrence 42, Bacon County 27 here with 6 minutes 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And we will send it back to the station for a break here on Classic Country 104.3.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Lawrence touchdown, bringing the score East Lawrence 42, Bacon County 27 here with 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And we'd like to see a quick retaliation here by our Red Raider offense or special teams.
And they squib it right off the line.
Yep.
And another penalty on East Lawrence. Again, they're getting they're getting across that line before the kicker kicks the ball.
A little antsy here. They're excited. They're up big. This could be a big win for them and their program to walk away here victorious again, trying to improve on last season. And our Red Raiders just fighting tooth and nail everything tonight to come down with their first win. And our boys have played hard. We're down 15 points, so 2 scores, and we can be back in this game.
And our guys have showed tonight that they can drive the ball down. They can make some big plays and come up with something. Another squib kick right up the middle of the field. It bounces right into JoJo's hands, and that's where he's going to get the ball at. And he hits the middle. He's got a few guys. He's trying to make some guys. He's trying to get outside, and they throw a flag in there.
He gets to the 45, crosses the 50-yard line here in the East Lawrence territory.
And they got us for a hold. They're going to back us up. And he kept moving that flag. He moved it like 3 times there. So that's going to back us up 10 yards from that spot of the foul, which is going to put us on the wrong side of the 50 that we want to be on. But that was a great job. JoJo's done a great job all year at return game. If he's not leading the region in return average, I don't know who is.
He is averaging at least 15, 16 yards on every return.
He's done a great job, and he's read the ball really well. Like I said, that one bounced right up into his hands. But our Red Raiders here in the press box, they're moving from our left to right down to the south end zone there where our scoreboard is. Here at the 6:22 left in the game. Like Joe said, we're down 15 points here. See if we can get something going and click some stuff off and let Cozy throw the ball a little bit and see if we can't get a quick score here on them.
Trips up top, single back in the backfield. Good
Calls
snap.
for the ball.
We hand it off.
JoJo.
Little delay there, and he tries to get a stiff arm in. They got a face mask, man. My goodness, and he was right in the official's face and never did get a flag. Coach is pointing at it, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know what else he can do other than take his helmet off for him. But that was a great job by number 2, Travion Richardson, made a great play. And, again, that young man, he don't just go down at the first time. He's going to drive his feet. And most of the time they got to run him out of bounds. So a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Spot the ball on the 40.
Trips up top. Quick hitch. Tyrod Dean, he's got an edge. He's trying to get outside. Oh, they stripped the ball. Oh, man, they recovered the ball.
And Tyron trying to do everything he can, extra effort, and it cost us on this one here.
Man, you got to applaud the young man for everything he's done. And he was trying his best to get everything out of that. He wanted another score there. The young man has played his heart out tonight, and I can't do nothing but applaud him tonight.
I'm with you, Heath.
And we know the character of this young man.
Yes.
We've talked about him a lot this season. He's the only senior that's been with this team all 4 years.
Yes.
He stuck it out through the thick and thin, and this young man deserves every bit of credit and recognition as being what I feel like is the senior leadership of this team.
Definitely, Heath.
But our defense takes over here. We're going to try to keep them out of the end zone here late in the game. 5:34 left in the game. They hand it off to number 4, trying to get to the edge, and he's got a blocker. He's stiff arms,
but
we got a hold of him. Number 2, Travion Richardson brings him down.
Freshman, man. Golly. Not by any means. is second to little, third to the littlest kid on our defense here.
And man, he just manhandled him. He just slung
did.
him down. Even that guy had a stiff arm in his face. He went right through it and brought him down forcefully there.
I can't wait to watch this kid play the next 3 years of football.
Yeah, he's going to be something special to watch definitely here on the Red Raider football team. That brings up second and about 1 for East Lawrence. 4:50 left in the game. They got twins down at the bottom. One running back up here. High snap. And the ball's dancing around. He falls on it about the 50-yard line.
It's the first time tonight he was not able to one-hand scoop that thing, and a 10-yard loss on the play.
About 19-yard loss.
19-yard loss. They were. It was 1. Excuse me. It is a 19-yard loss.
So that's going to back them up to be a third down and 20 now, or close to 20.
Yep. Ball spotted on the 50.
Our defense, man, we've asked them time and time again to step up, and they've done a pretty good job tonight. Again, we all want the score to be a little bit different, but these guys, the heart that these guys have shown tonight, man, they're playing hard.
Yep. And they've been out here all night. They ain't no backups, Heath, when you got 23 kids on the team.
No, they're giving Red Raider Nation everything they've got tonight, and they run that design play, and he gets to the edge, and he's following his block, and he's just going to step out of bounds, but we got a flag back here.
Looks like a hold on number 1, I believe, for East Lawrence.
And honestly, as a coach,
it is.
He should have just let that go and been done with it. That guy was way up the field. There wasn't no sense in that. But, again, they're just eating time off the clock right now. He sat there and danced on the sideline before he went out of bounds so he wouldn't call the play dead.
So that's going to bring them back. They were third down and 20. Now it's going to bring up third down.
Close
There's
to
25, 26, 27, 28. So third down and 28 here for East Lawrence. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. East Lawrence 42, Bacon County 27.
Again, our Red Raiders are still fighting in this thing here like they were at the start of it. They're giving us everything they've got. They're leaving it on the field, and this team's being led by freshmen and sophomores tonight. And I'm sure East Lawrence is just filled with seniors and juniors, and our guys are stepped up to the plate, and they're trying everything, and they hand off to number 4. And we've got a hand on him, and we're trying to bring him down. Number 88 was the first one to put a hand on him.
It's going to be about a 5-yard gain on the play. So that'll bring up fourth down and about 24.
Number 88, we've called his name quite often tonight, McQuavius O'Neal.
And a great kid, what that young man is, McQuavius. Talking with him today during pregame, and, just watching him, how he walks in, what he does, during listening to the devotions and everybody coming in there. He just impresses me. Just a genuine, humble kid, Heath. So proud of that young man. He's had a great game here tonight. Again, we're sitting here. Who called a timeout? I didn't see. And that's twice tonight I haven't seen the officials make the motion of which side called the timeout.
And I ain't real sure they know who.
Yep.
They pointing at something somewhere.
So 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. East Lawrence up to punt in a long and a country mile fourth down situation here.
And, the first punt this kid had it just did go over the helmets of all the players, so it was a line drive kick.
We got 19 back to receive the punt here for the Red Raiders.
Mr. Do Everything, Cozy Batten. We lining up, see if we bring anybody or if we're going to stay and do prevent protection. And looks like we're going to have some protection. High kick, and Cozy calls for a fair catch, and he makes a fair catch there on about the 21-yard line.
Yep.
And that's where our Red Raiders are going to take over and see if we can't march down the field here.
And a good punt there by East Lawrence. And we're kind of sticking with you here right now, Raider Nation. We got 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in this football game. East Lawrence up 42-27. Red Raiders needing 2 scores, and one of those 2 scores we're going to have a 2-point conversion to get back in this ball game to tie it. Coach Thomas down here in the huddle with his offense, getting these guys fired up. And I see some of the players clapping their hands down here in the huddle, Heath. Coach Thomas breaks the huddle and sends them out on the field. And we're putting in Travion at the running back position. Looks like we got twin receivers down bottom.
Looks to be Knox Ledbetter, number 18, and number 11, Tyron Dean.
Single receiver up top.
That looks to be Harrison Lee up top, wide receiver. Cozy
Drop
drops back.
And they send the.
They bring the house.
They do. They brought the house.
And they blew a whistle dead there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to say it was down.
Not real sure. Are they saying he has had forward motion, incomplete pass?
Yeah, he was definitely in the forward motion of throwing that ball.
And that is what they're calling it. So it's going to be an incomplete
pass. And they should move it back up to the original line of scrimmage there.
So somebody call a timeout. Not sure what's going on. Or is it their ball? They're sending offense on the field.
How is it their ball,
They've never
man?
even signaled. White hat coming over to Coach Goss.
Hey, Coach, I said it earlier. There's sometimes you just need to get a flag.
Crazy turn of events here.
That's crazy right there. How did this kid was in full motion throwing the ball?
And that's what I see our chain gang up there. I'm looking at them. Mr. Tommy Taylor, he's sitting there. He's like, his arm was in motion.
But to no avail, they're going to let their offense stay on the field. Man, I don't understand that either. They ran it in the end zone. Why is it not a touchdown?
So it's first down and 10 for East Lawrence here. 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. East Lawrence taking over on a Red Raider turnover. First down and 10. Ball's on the, are we on the 15, Heath? East Lawrence. They got the ball on the 15.
Yep.
And don't know what he's taking his time for because there's no time running off the clock.
No.
They take the snap, handed to number 4. He breaks to the top side.
And we bring him down. A group of Red Raiders were in there on the tackle.
Yep. Defensive end, good job getting a hand on him.
Looks like it was led by number 6, JoJo Brown. Again, just a sophomore.
2-yard gain on the play. Clock now rolling, 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
We keep calling these kids' name out, and I keep looking down at this list, and it's freshman, it's sophomore, it's freshman, it's sophomore. These guys here, this is the future of Red Raider football, man, and it's going to be good when they get on up there, this seniors and juniors, and you get this 8th grade and 7th grade group up there with them, man. This is going to be some good guys to watch play here in Raider Nation, but they're giving us their heart tonight.
Yep. High snap.
Fumble
the ball.
Oh, he picks it up.
Right back up. And he's going to
drive us right on in. Wow.
And that's going to be another East Lawrence touchdown. Going to put the score at 48 East Lawrence. Bacon County 27 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. And the ball just rolled their way, Heath. Fumbled the ball. The running back never slowed down. The ball was rolling right in front of him. It took a hop up in the air, and he was able to just grab a hold of it and keep on running.
Yeah, it did definitely. That's the only way you can tell. There's nothing else you can say about it. The ball's not supposed to bounce like that right into the guy's hand. The law of averages tells you at some point they're not going to be able to recover the ball like that, but here lately they just seem to be doing it constantly.
PAT's good. That brings score East Lawrence 49, Bacon County 27 here with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and we'll send it back to the station for a quick break here on Classic. Off of another East Lawrence touchdown here, them going up 49-27 over our Red Raiders here with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And Heath, just some mistakes, and I think our guys are kind of running out of gas here. JoJo receives the kickoff, fields it on about the 14.
And they're going to meet him there in the middle, and he's still trying to get something out of it.
And he gets another 16-yard gain on the return. A flag coming in.
Way late, man. I don't know what in the world that's on.
It looks like it's on our guy. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it a chop block or?
I don't know what they're calling it. They just seem to be flag happy right now. I mean, it's not going our way. Well, they called it on them.
Called it on them?
Yeah, but the white hat pulling it the other way.
Yeah. Now he's signaling to chop block. Yep.
So that sets us back, way back on the 21-yard lines where our Red Raiders are going to take over here on this offensive possession.
Going to negate that 16-yard return, take some yards off of it. What JoJo worked so hard for.
And we got JoJo back in the backfield. We got twin set down here on the bottom, double tight end set that we've ran tonight. A bad snap. JoJo picks it up, and he's swallowed up there before he can get back to the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 1 yard. So that's going to be second and 11 with 1:49, and the clock is ticking on the game clock.
Officials can't even handle the ball here right now. Heath, clock just rolling on down.
Yeah,
minute and 30
they're
seconds.
taking us away, and we can't even get a dang ball down. And it ain't our guys.
Yep.
Sideline warning again. Maybe that should move us, or move us up forward, because that is their second one for sure.
White hat going up.
But man, I'm telling you, it don't seem like the flags are going our way.
Not real sure what they're looking up. Their coach, I think, looking at our chain crew, trying to act like maybe this was our chain guy, but it was not. It's actually on East Lawrence.
So that's going to move us up 5 yards, bring up second down and 8 for our Red Raiders.
Minute and 24 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. East Lawrence 49, Bacon County 27. We just slow moving. These officials are just not moving this game here at the end of the fourth. We just taking our sweet time, Heath.
My grandma always said you're moving slow as molasses.
Yep.
And that's what these guys are doing. We got twins down at the bottom, double tight set. We hand off to JoJo, and he got an edge. He's trying to get there.
Oh, and he breaks the
tackle. Do a tackle, and he runs out of bounds there about the 43-yard line.
That'll stop the clock at 1 minute and 16 seconds making here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man, I know that was 43. I'm sitting here looking at it. They moved him back 2 yards.
Yep. Not giving us any favors here tonight, Heath.
Here we run back with double tight end set. Twins down at the bottom. JoJo back with Cozy at quarterback. Cozy gets the ball. Bad snap again. And, man, they swallowed JoJo up before he can ever get moving. We've been plagued with that tonight. It's been some low snaps here by our center. He just don't seem to be having his grip right on the ball, and it's coming out a little low.
About a 3-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 13. The clock's going to continue to roll here with 53 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Send trips up top.
One tight end down at the bottom, one running back. Cozy surveying the field, and they're bringing the house. They throw it to Tyron Dean.
He breaks a tackle, break another tackle, breaks a tackle.
He's trying to get there. He's going to run out of bounds.
It's going to be about a 14-yard gain on
for
the play.
A first down for our Red Raiders. These guys are still fighting here. They're still throwing punches, trying to get down the field and get into this end zone here with just 31 seconds left in the game.
And Tyron is so tight. You see his legs and everything. He has played his heart out tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He has poured his heart onto that field.
There ain't been a play. I don't think he's come off the field tonight, Heath.
Well, he had to run out a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a guy wide open. Oh, right through his hands.
Threw a deep bomb to number 18 up top.
That's Knox Ledbetter, like I said, just went right through his hands, and he couldn't come down with it. Looks like it's going to bring up second down and 10 with 26 seconds left in the game.
The ball is on the East Lawrence 47. Yep. Had to wait on to put the ball back down to see where it was at.
We got trips up top. We got Tyron Dean here, and he looks like he's going to be covered over the top. We look back, double pump
fakes,
and they
just
hit him there. Didn't let him get it nowhere going. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 with 21 seconds left in the game for our Red Raiders. We're down 49-27 to the East Lawrence Falcons. And just one of the slowest moving officials I've ever seen.
They are. They are not in a hurry, boy. They want to stay here. This game is drug on out. Heath didn't realize it is 10:22 p.m.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
Yep. We hand it off to JoJo. They meet him at the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to be about a 1-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 12. Clock continuing to roll. 10, 9, 8. And that's going to be the last play of the game right there. And your final score is going to be Bacon County 27, East Lawrence 49 is your final score on the game here tonight. You know, our Red Raiders came in and